of the first over. Archer hasn't quite got his lines and lengths right. Can he finish off this first over? Well, it's going to be a dot ball, but again, not the best of deliveries. Another ball angling into the right-hander. Turned it round the corner to short fun leg. There will be no runs. The first over goes for 8 runs, 4 runs off the bat, 4 leg buys. Punjab Kings 8 without loss, Abby.
I think Jafar Archer got a bit lucky. Easily another couple of boundaries could have been scored in that over. The way he bowled, the line he bowled, hardly any delivery in that over, hitting the stumps. Everything was either a couple of deliveries outside off stump, but the remaining 4 were all missing leg stump. And now it's going to be Andre Berger. He has bowled really well. He's bowled with some real pace and guile. He's picked up wickets as well in the power play. But he's against 2 very, very dangerous players, Simran Singh and Priyan Sharia. I love watching Priyan Sharia. What a cricketer he is.
He's got 8 wickets, Andre Berger, but I think he's bowled better than that. 46% of all shots attempted off his bowling this season have been false shots. That's the highest number for any bowler. So only 8 wickets, but again, he could have, in another tournament, have had plenty more of it.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, you look at his economy, just 9. And the way the runs being scored in this tournament, 9 is brilliant.
Andre Berger comes into Priyan, short, pulled into the leg side, not timed particularly well. The fielder at deep square leg is going to run around and field it. That's Dustin Shanaka in the Rajasthan team today for Shimron Hetmeyer. And that's going to be 2 runs for Priyan, but not timed particularly well.
Yeah, that's what extra pace can do. A lot of times you have seen deliveries like that disappear into the crowd, especially when Priyansh is on strike, because he does pick up the length very early, very strong through the offside, anything square really. Through the offside, through the onside. That extra bit of pace just hurried onto him.
10 without loss into the second over. Berger comes into Priyansh. Again, that maybe wasn't that short, maybe on the top of off stump, but Priyansh rocks onto the back foot, pulls it through mid-wicket and gets 4 runs.
See, this is what is brilliant about these 2 players. They're not worried, they're not really scared to go from the very first ball. And the ability to just carry on straight away. Yeah, that's something really special. Again, as you mentioned, not very short. He just picks the length very early. And I'm a bit surprised there is no mid-wicket. There's a deep square leg, there is a short fine, but there's a huge gap between the deep square leg and the mid-on. So it's an open field for Priyansh.
What would the thinking be behind that?
No, I just feel that 6-3, often you'll see bowlers starting with 6-3. He's got a slip in place.
Andre Berger into Priyansh. That is absolutely glorious. A length ball driven over cover, and it goes all the way for 6. He times the pants off that one. That is a shot of a man who's in pretty decent nick, Abby.
You know, as a bowler, you get hit for a 6 to a pretty decent delivery. You don't know how you're going to come back, and that is an exquisite shot. I mean, the timing, his balance when he played that shot, and one of the hardest shots to play in cricket, to go over extra cover against a fast bowler. These are pretty decent sized boundaries as well. Yeah, the owners are happy, the dugout's happy at the moment, and you see a lot of expression from the dugout, and they couldn't believe what they saw. That was an exceptional shot.
This boy can play. What a shot. Berger, what's he got in his locker? This time slightly shorter, outside of the off stump, and he just lifts that over the fielder at point. 1 bounce 4. Andre Berger has gone for 16 runs in his first 4 balls. Priyansh, who's faced 4 balls, already has 16 runs to his name.
Yeah, this is just terrific cricket. Fabulous batting. Again, look at that for a shot. Not a poor delivery at all. It's just the ability to stand and deliver. Just the hands through the ball. Oh, opening the face at the very end. Played it aerial. 1 bounce. Could have easily carried to the boundary all the way for 6.
If you're in this team and you're having a chat with... where are you telling Berger to bowl here?
I think we're going to go on the stumps.
Berger to Priyansh. It wasn't on the stumps, it was full outside of the off stump. Priyansh throws his hands, trying to drive through the cover, stick outside edge, beats the keeper, beats the fielder at short third. He gets runs, and this time, a little bit of luck.
See, this is what makes this team so dangerous. Every match, they are 30 after 2 overs. And as a bowling unit, you know, it's very hard to come back from that, because even if you bowl well for the next 4 overs, they're still going to score 75, 80 runs in the power play, and that's what they have done consistently.
Well, last time in the power play, they scored 116 runs,
yeah.
which, I mean, I don't think they're going to get there. Nandre Berger comes into Priyansh. It's a full ball outside of the off stump, driven. The fielder at point, not Dhruv Jurel. It goes underneath the fielder at point. That's Donovan Ferreira, the South African overseas batsman. And Priyansh takes a 1, and he's going to keep strike. That's an expensive second over. Nandre Berger going for 21 runs. Also, they're only scoring at 14.5 runs in over. Why are they going so slowly today, Abhishek?
What I was trying to say is, if you look at that previous over, it was pure cricketing shots. He did not take any risk, you know. And that's the beauty about these players, that at the moment, you go back again 7-8 years, if you have to score at that pace, you saw players slog, you saw players take too many risks, but nowadays they are able to score at 15, 16 and over by playing pure cricketing shots.
We saw a pull, a punch, and a lofted drive, right?
No risk shot, absolutely no risk cricket there. Just pure playing to the merit of the ball. But it's just the ability to hit those 4s and 6s.
2 overs gone. Punjab Kings 29 without loss. Priyansh is on strike. He's 21 from 16. Jofra Archer's first over went for 4 runs. He has got ball in hand. We've got a third man and a deep backward square leg. Is Jofra Archer going over or around the wicket? He is going to go over the wicket. It's a shorter ball. It's edged and it goes for 4 runs. And Jofra Archer immediately turns around, Abhishek. And I think he has a look at his captain saying, hey, Skip, I wanted a first slip in. That edge would have gone straight to first slip.
Yeah, unfortunately, when you're 29 after the first 2 overs, the chances of having a slip disappears very quickly again. That ball, yeah,
it's a good shorter ball, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a very good delivery again, just pulling the length back ever so slightly. If there was a slip, yeah, right into his lap. And that's exactly what he's saying, Jofra Archer, that you should have kept a slip there. The skipper missed the trick. Again, an opportunity to pick up a wicket.
We've seen 3 glorious shots from Priyansh. His last 2 boundaries have both been thick outside edges. Punjab Kings are once again off to an absolute cracking start. 33 without loss after 2.1 overs. Jofra Archer comes in over the wicket to Priyansh. Another shorter ball. And once again, Priyansh to almost on the back foot nervously defend that back to the bowler. It goes into the offside. There will be no run. I want to see Jofra here full straight, try and find that outside edge.
Yeah, I just feel that if he goes full against Priyansh Arya, the way he sets himself up, he's so stable, he's so still that he'll be able to just pump him down the ground. And probably that's the reason he's just going short, because at his pace, if he tries to pull, there's all the possibility of him mistiming or just scooping the ball up, and that's exactly what Jofra Archer is expecting as well. But so far, Priyansh being smart, just playing with a straight bat, not trying to go square of the pitch.
Striking at 313 is Priyansh. Once again, the 2 boys at the top are getting Punjab off to a cracking start. Jofra Archer going over the wicket to Priyansh. This time it is a fuller ball going down the leg side. He tried to flick it into the leg side. There was no bat on it. I think there was a little bit of pad as it went through to Dhruv Jurel, who was appealing for something. I thought pad, not bat.
Yeah, but Priyansh is saying that I did not touch anything. I hope he doesn't take a review, because there was a clear pad on it. The ball did kiss the pad.
I don't know if it was one of those where he's trying to appeal to stop the umpire giving the wide. But if you've got the review anyway, you don't really need to worry too much about that, do you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. Dhruv Jurel was pretty convinced, but the bat was not even clear. If you look at how far the bat was.
Who is, just wicket-keeping wise, the best Indian keeper around at the moment?
I would say Jitesh.
Oh, really?
I would say Jitesh Sharma, yeah. At the moment. He is just terrific. He's brilliant. Dhruv Jurel is very good, but I think Jitesh is just slightly ahead of Dhruv Jurel at the moment.
And in Test cricket, the next time India play Test cricket, who do you think will be the man with the gloves?
I think again, Jitesh Sharma. Jitesh was there, yeah. He's a very good keeper. He's a brilliant batter as well. I think they have gone for the review, haven't they, for the wide? Yeah, I think the batters have.
On this, please.
Who has gone for the review? Is it the bowler or the batter? I'm a bit confused here. They're asking for the ultra air, so it's definitely the bowling team,
it wasn't called wide.
No.
Yeah, well, as we touched on at the time, it clearly comes off pad, doesn't it?
Yeah, satisfied. It is hit the pad. I see a spike when the ball is next to the pad. Back to Nitin on field. Nitin, you can stay with your original decision.
I think Punjab Kings have reviewed that wanting a wide. Yeah. That's bizarre that Priyansh hasn't felt that the ball hit his pad, right? Anyway, it is a dot ball. Jofra Archer comes into Priyansh. Another shorter ball. It finds the outside edge. This time there is a first first slip in. It's Yashashvi Jaiswal. He gets hands on it, but tips it over the bar. It's 4 runs. That's 3 times now. Priyansh has found the outside edge. No wickets. He's got 12 runs.
Yeah, this is an absolute snorter.
Oh,
you cannot do a lot. What he did well, to be fair to Priyansh, he just tried to lift that ball at the very end. But that should have been taken by Yashashvi Jaiswal. That's a big opportunity. Yeah, it's a difficult chance.
You can't put him down, can you, though?
No, nothing is an easy opportunity when you're standing at slips, but you want to take those chances, especially when it's Priyansh Arya. He is so dangerous. And after that, Jofra is not going to bowl another over.
No, well, not until the end, yeah. I'm with you there. Jofra Archer comes in once again to Priyansh. This time it's full, and this time it's hit straight to the fielder at mid-on. He doesn't get enough on it. It goes high in the air. It didn't sound right. Jofra Archer goes full. Priyansh tries to go down the ground. All he can do, though, is pick out the fielder at mid-on. The first over at Priyansh of Burger, we saw 3 glorious strikes. We then saw 3 outside edges, and Priyansh's innings comes to an end for 29 runs. Jofra Archer gets his man.
Well, he always does. In this season especially, he's bowling so well. He could have picked him up a couple of times in this over. 2 balls getting a thick outside edge. 1 flew over, and the next one there was an opportunity. But that delivery, particularly that ball, it was there in the slot for Priyansh Arya. But because his body weight was back, he was again expecting a short delivery. He couldn't transfer the weight and just got the bottom of the bat and an easy catch for mid-on. That's a big wicket, though, because he is a dangerous player.
Cooper Connolly comes to the crease. He came into the IPL with not the best of form, but he set the tournament alight with 2 brilliant innings. He made a composed 72 not out on IPL debut at 3 to help chase down 163. And then against Lucknow, smashing 7 sixes and 8 fours in a 46 ball 87. He did, by the way, fly home to Perth between the LSG game and the DC game last time out to get a scan on his back. He's been unable to bowl because of a back injury, and it does seem unlikely that he's going to bowl in the remainder of this tournament. But he comes to the crease after Archer gets Priyansh Arya cloth to mid-on, and Archer finally gets his man. 1 ball left of this Jofra Archer over. Is he going to welcome the Aussie to the crease for the bumper, or do you think pitch it up, see if there's a little bit of movement?
I think I'll go pitch it up. Pitch it up and try and get him leg before the wicket or bowled. If the ball has any movement.
Last ball of the third. Archer outside of the off stump. No shot played by Cooper Connolly, goes through to the keeper. And that is the end of the third over. And Punjab 37 runs. So is that as a batter, when you got Archer coming in bowling short, is it just natural just to hang back in the crease expecting the shorter ball? And then when it does come full, is it just almost hard to sort your feet and hands out and connect with it properly?
Yeah, depends what sort of a mindset you're in. Because you're always told as a batter, doesn't matter how many times the bowler bowls short, as a batter you should always expect the ball to be full, because that allows you to transfer the weight. Because if you're expecting a short delivery, more often than not, that transfer of weight doesn't come because you're always hanging back, your weight is always going back. So that's the basic rule. But when somebody's bowling at 150 kilometers an hour, one after another, short ball close to your nose, it's very hard to be in that mindset where you're looking to go forward and pushing forward.
I'm hanging back and I'm sat in a studio in London Bridge. Nandre Berger's going to bowl a second over, going over the wicket to Prab Simran, tucked into the leg side. There will be no run. Nandre Berger going for 21 runs from his first over, but I like that from the captain. Tough first over, but he's had a good tournament. Back your main man. You
have to back your main man again. We look at that shot from Priyansh Arya, body weight just not going into the shot. He was again expecting a short delivery, an easy catch to Nandre Berger. Yeah. Usually if he is in song, if any other bowler was bowling that delivery, that's going 40 rows into the crowd.
Nandre Berger comes into Prab Simran, who looks to go over mid-on, doesn't time it to perfection, and Parag, the captain, fields it nicely. Tried to create room for himself outside of the of his leg stump, then goes over mid-on, but again didn't seem to time that particularly well, Abby.
He's trying to hit a ball a bit too hard on that occasion. Prab Simran Singh, usually you've seen him time the ball really well. Yeah, he really goes very quick in the first 6 overs, but at the moment just struggling because the bowling has been pretty good, 6 of 8.
And by the way, he doesn't slow down if Priyansh is out. Since IPL 2025, he strikes at 167 with Priyansh at the other end, but it jumps to 181 after his dismissal. So I think we know he obviously is going to keep on trying to go hard. We've got deep backward square leg and a third man in place, and this time there's an inside edge to the fielder at short third man. short fine leg. What's he trying to do there with his feet, Abhishek?
No, I think he just wants to give himself a bit of room to try and open up that offside. But what bowlers have done really well, they've just targeted his body. So they're bowling very close to his body where he can't free his arms. So far it's working. But yeah, there's a clear plan from Prabsimran Singh to try and open that offside against Nandre Berger.
After that glorious lofted cover drive, you said did you say that's the hardest shot to play in cricket? As Berger comes in once again to Prabsimran, and this time a full ball from Berger, smack back down the ground, he gets 4 runs.
That was a proper hack, wasn't it? There was nothing elegant about that shot. It was a proper slog from Prabsimran Singh, but pretty effective. Still managed to get a 4, putting that pressure back on the bowler. Yeah, he hits the ball pretty hard. He also somebody who's worked a lot with Yuvraj Singh alongside Abhishek Sharma. So definitely Yuvi has worked with them in their power hitting, definitely helped them with hitting 6s and 4s.
Give that man a pay rise. He's doing a job pretty well, isn't he, eh? Berger comes into Prabsimran, who's 10 from 10. Shorter ball, slower ball, pulled over mid-wicket, 1 bounce boundary.
And also both these guys, Abhishek Sharma and Prabsimran Singh, they play for Punjab, where Yuvi played most of his first-class cricket, so he does have a very strong connection with the state anyway. And he likes going to help these youngsters, and it's coming off pretty well, to be fair to Yuvi. But that's, again, a very good shot. Short delivery outside off stump, asking for trouble. And the ability to pick up length early from both these players.
1 ball left to the 4th. Punjab Kings put into bat 47 for 1, and Prabsimran's got 14. Cooper Connolly yet to get off the mark. Berger comes in once again to Prabsimran. This time it's a full toss, which is punched down the ground, but Jofra Archer in mid-off will do the fielding. The end of the 4th over, a single off the final ball. Nandre Berger, 2 overs, 32 runs he's gone for. Punjab Kings are 48 for 1 from 4. Prabsimran's got 15. Cooper Connolly yet to get off the mark. Do they now go back to Archer for a 3rd? Or do they look to hold him back towards the death overs?
I think I'll hold him back, because you want a couple of overs from Jofra Archer at the end. But yeah, they were definitely thinking he might bowl the 3rd over, Jofra Archer. But then you're just opening yourself up a little bit more in the last 4 or 5 overs now. They have held him back for the last 2 overs at the back end of the innings. Brijesh Sharma, again, 6 matches, 7 wickets, economy pretty good. Under 9 is exceptional, especially in this edition of the IPL, where the runs are being scored for fun. Average, I think the fast bowlers are going at over 10 and over.
Brijesh replaces Jofra Archer. It's Prabsimran on strike, and it's a slower ball, a fuller ball on off stump, driven to mid-off. We've got a long on and a deep backward square leg in play. You don't often see a long on do you out in the power play. What does that tell you about what he's going to try and bowl here?
He's going to bowl, obviously he's going to bowl a lot of full deliveries, and probably that's one of the reasons he's got a long on. Because if you're bowling short, the chances of the ball going to long on is very small.
Brijesh comes in once again to Prabsimran. It's a slower ball on leg stump, and Prabsimran's happy to just play this to Jofra Archer in mid-wicket and takes the single.
It's amazing, right? After 4.2 overs, they're 49 for 1, and it seems very slow.
This thing's boring cricket, doesn't it, compared to what they put up the other day, right?
It was like, that's where cricket has come, especially in this edition of the IPL, that if you've not got 50 in first 3.5, 4 overs, it just seems that they're not striking well, they're not batting well.
When you were playing, what would be a normal sort of standard power play?
Overs. If you get 50 of 6 overs, you've done really well. You've done really well.
48 for 1, 8's an over, you'll take that. Good platform.
Yeah, it's a very good platform. And now if you're getting 48 of 6 overs,
you might as well just retire and just, yeah. You'll be getting all sorts of stick from people like me and you about what they're doing. Cooper Connolly, the left-handed Aussie number 3, is on strike, and he drives that ball to mid-off. There will be no run. Cooper, when Ricky Ponting announced the start of the tournament, Cooper Connolly was on number 3. It was a pretty big call to give, a youngish man, not much experience in the IPL, that opportunity. But so far, so good. He's played a couple of really good knocks.
The one thing I have to say, Ricky Ponting has always been my favorite cricketer. Period. Batter. If he says something, you've got to listen. You know the thing or two about batting.
I don't want to blow smoke up your you-know-what, but you've done this a couple of times.
Yeah.
But Ricky does it when I'm watching Big Bash commentary on TV and he's commentating.
Yeah.
He calls so much. Like as Bria Sharma comes in once again to Cooper Connolly, going around the wicket. Oh, that's a really, really slower ball. Cooper Connolly looked to pull, no bat on it, no run. And Ricky Ponting would literally, like so often, be able to be like, he's absolutely going to bowl this, and the batter's absolutely going to try and do that. And mate, it was scary how often he managed to get it right so often.
Because you're always thinking as a batter and bowler what the bowler is going to do. I mean, and in modern day cricket, in T20, you look at the field, half the time you know, more than half the time you know as a batter what's coming. But then it boils down to who can execute their plan better. It's all about that. Yes, there are bluffs at times, but majority of the time, you know exactly what's going to be bowled at you.
Briash comes into Cooper Connolly, full ball angling down the leg side, tried to flick it into the leg side. No bat on it, goes through to the keeper, wide called.
Well, again, going back to Brijesh, he's been exceptional. Again, so far, 3 dot deliveries apart from that wide and a single. He's been so good in the power play. And he keeps things simple. You see bowlers who've been successful, they don't try too many things. They'll stick to plan A. If the plan A doesn't work, if something's gone horribly wrong, only then they'll go to their plan B or C. But if the plan A is working, you don't need to change. But a lot of bowlers will still try too many things.
Briash in once again to Cooper Connolly, flick to the fielder, a short fine leg on the 45, he takes a single.
Yeah, what he has done so far, just kept the ball up, his ball on the stumps. He's asking the batter to take a risk. He's got the field set for it as well. He's got a long on. So if you want to hit him down the ground, there is a cover. So you're always at risk. If you don't time it well, that's going to go straight down to long on. So that is exactly what you want. As a skipper also, you want the bowler to bowl according to the field. And that's exactly what he does.
Been a really, really good fifth over this so far for the Rajasthan Royals. Just 3 runs coming off the bat. Can Brijesh Sharma get through this over? He's got Prabh Simran on strike. He's 16 from 14. In comes Brijesh Sharma. That's a really, really good Yorker. Dug out by Prabh Simran down the ground. He takes a single. And that, for a power play over, 4 runs, is absolute gold for the Rajasthan Royals.
I think if you can measure, I mean, yes, you hardly ever see a maiden over in T20 cricket, but that's as good as a maiden over in any other form.
Did we get one yesterday or not?
Yeah, we got a wicket maiden.
Wicket maiden.
Yeah. If you get a maiden over, it's usually a wicket maiden. You don't just get a maiden over where there is no wicket. You know what I mean?
You get a new batter in,
you get a new batter in, because if the same batter is facing 6 deliveries, chances are very small that it's going to be a maiden over. So, yeah, either it's got to be a wicket maiden or you go for runs. But yeah, that was an exceptional over, and especially if you're bowling in the power play, you go for anything less than 6. It's as good as a maiden.
Who are you finishing off the power play with?
I think you've got to go to your main man, Jofra Archer, but then they've got options here. Brijesh Sharma, he does bowl very well in the back end of the innings, so probably you'll see him and Jofra trying to finish.
Going to be Nandre Burger, 52 for 1 of Punjab Kings. In comes Nandre Burger to Prabh Simran, who flicks that into the leg side. And the fielder, Ravi Jadeja, at deep backward square leg, was interested. Not the best of deliveries, full on leg stump, flicked away into the leg side. Just had enough on it to beat Ravi Jadeja.
It does it with so much ease. Prabh Simran Singh gets into position, and that felt like he didn't time it well at all, but still carries all the way to the boundary. Just shows you.
He hasn't timed many that well so far, has he?
But still, the bats these days, the power, the amount of workout, the time they spend at the gym.
Burger into Prabh Simran. It's a full ball on leg stump and driven to the fielder at mid wicket, and he takes a single.
I think he's from Punjab. Punjabis are usually very, very strong. They're very, very strong.
He looks a well-built man. Yeah. Short, but a well-built man.
Yeah. He's a bit like Vaibhav Suryavanshi is a very young kid. He's 15. But look at him. He looks so strong because, again, he comes from Bihar. People there are very strong. Mahendra Singh Dhoni comes from Bihar, same region. Saurav Tiwari, who's played for India earlier, he comes from the same region. So they are also very stout and very strong.
How many bats do you carry for when you go to a game in the IPL? As Burger comes into Cooper Connolly, that is a good ball on the top of middle stump, and Cooper Connolly works that into the offside and takes a single.
I always carried 4 bats. You don't need more than 4 bats because you've got 4 good bats. If you're breaking 4, then obviously you're doing something wrong. But I've seen players carry 8, 9 bats. You know, sometimes I don't know why. What's the reason behind it?
Just showing off, really, aren't you?
Yeah, but it's just, and I mean, the luggage is all paid for, so you don't really need to worry how much weight you're carrying.
Yeah. I can't imagine they're going to stop Virat Kohli from taking his bag to the next IPL venue. I'm sure someone will sort that out for him.
Yeah.
been a good sort of second half of the power play for Rajasthan Royals. Berger comes in once again to Prav Simran. He goes back into his crease and drives a 4-ball to mid-off, and Jofra Archer no run. 2 balls left of the power play, and Punjab Kings are 60 for 1. I'll do my research, Abby, but off the top of my head, this feels like it's probably one of the slowest power plays Punjab have had in the last 2 years of cricket.
Yeah, I think so. Usually they're always around the 70-75 mark on there. Yeah, again, going back to the point about bats and weights, you know, the amount of money which has been paid to the airlines over the IPL on weights is absolutely staggering.
Crazy. Yeah,
it's staggering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet it's plenty. As Berger comes into Prav Simran, my goodness me, he steps so far away from leg stump. And Berger tried to follow him with a full ball, and Prav Simran again doesn't time it well. Plays it to Jofra Archer at mid-off, and he does come through for a single. Punjab 61 for 1. We have 1 ball left of the power play.
I'm not sure what I feel about this power play. Even though they're striking over 10 and over, it just doesn't feel enough, does it? It like feels that they're 20-30 short here.
Yeah. Again, they the other day had more than double the amount of runs on the board, nearly as many double runs on the board. It
just shows you how good they have been, Rajasthan Royals in the power play, how well they have bowled.
Berger to Cooper Connolly, 4 on off stump, driven over mid-off, and he gets 4 runs. Abhishek Janjanwala will be back in a couple of overs' time. Faraz Noor joins us on commentary, and that is the end then of the power play. The Rajasthan Royals winning the toss and deciding to have a bowl. And despite taking the 1 wicket, I think they'll be fairly happy with that. Punjab Kings are 65 for 1. Priyan Charia faced 11 balls, 5 fours and a 6. He went for 29. Jofra Archer getting him. Cooper Connolly's got 6. Prav Simran's got 24. Punjab Kings 6 overs gone, 65 for 1. Faraz, what have you made of those first 6 overs?
You know what, as you said, you're striking it over 10 and over, but it feels like something is missing, that the sort of firepower isn't there. You know what I mean? So saying that 10 and over is slow going, it can't be going, so it's good to see how these middle overs shape up and how they do against a spin.
And yeah, we are going to see Yash Punjab come into the attack. The first sign of some spin. He made his debut earlier on in this competition for Rajasthan, and he's going to be facing Prav Simran, who's 25 from 19. Always get good vibes, don't you, in these IPL games, eh?
Can't beat it. You can't beat the crowds at these games.
Yash then in for his first ball, a full ball on leg stump. Prav Simran turns that into leg side and takes the single. Yeah, Cooper Connolly has had a good start to the tournament. For the Punjab Kings, a couple of 50s and a couple of really, really good chases for the Punjab Kings. And of course, they've still got Shreyas Iyer to come. And the likes of Marcus Stoinis. Cardiff Cummings barely faced any balls in this tournament just because of how good the openers have been. Yash into Cooper Connolly. It's short. It's pulled back down the ground. High in the air. Does it go all the way? Yes, it does.
Just enough on it. Just enough. He really didn't get that at all, to be honest. He nowhere near the middle of the bat, and it's gone sky high. But it's just got enough on it to take it all the way over for another 6 there. So Connolly again, 12 off 7.
It was a drag down from Yash. I'm not sure if Cooper Connolly was trying to work that over mid-wicket, but it goes high, high, high in the air, back down the ground. Jofra Archer can't get onto it.
Another drag down, and that's gone. That's gone. No question about that one. Straight into the rows, about 10, 15 rows deep from Connolly. He's timed the pants off that one. Another drag down. You can't really be bowling them, especially in this day and age. So yeah, that's another one gone.
Yeah, this time I think Cooper Connolly gets it to go exactly where he wanted it to go. It was a drag down, it was outside off stump, and Cooper Connolly just rocks onto the back foot and pulls that over mid-wicket, and he gets 6 runs. So back-to-back 6s for Cooper Connolly. Yash has gone for 13 runs from his first 3 balls.
Stark difference to his first delivery there.
Yeah. What's Yash now got in his locker? To the Australian overseas batter in number 3. Yash going over the wicket, this time a bit fuller outside of the off stump. Punch to the fielder at deep cover, and he takes a single.
And that'll be a single that he'll like to see there. Now get Prav Simran back on strike and see how he attacks it there. But it was a better ball delivery from Yashraj, and let's see how he counters this next few balls.
2 balls left of the 7th over then. The Punjab Kings are 79 for 1. Prav Simran 26 from 20. Connolly 19 from 9. Yash comes into the right-handed. Prav Simran, and again Prav Simran's onto the back foot, pulls it out to Dasan Shanika at deep mid-wicket, and he gets a single. What they've been doing, Punjab, over the last few weeks for us has been quite frightening, hasn't it, with bat and hand in particular?
It's been unbelievable. I think just seeing them sky up, and you know what, it really is nice to see Punjab. They were so close last year, so it'll be good to see how they get on in the tournament and if they can sort of match the success they've done last year and maybe take it all the way.
Last ball of the 7th, Yash into Cooper Connolly. Quicker ball way outside of the off stump. Connolly looks to cut that ball into the offside. Beat him on the outside edge, goes through to the keeper. That's 7 overs completed, and that's going to be our first time out. Punjab Kings 80 for 1.
Every emotion and total devotion. This game on. This is talkSPORT 2.
Today's coverage is in partnership with Inspired Learning Group, helping families explore UK boarding ages 11 to 18, ILG schools, Ben Strong academies, sport and pastoral care so students feel supported, and inspired schools include Claysmore School in Dorset and St Francis College in Hertfordshire. Inquiries are open for September 2026. Click the link below to find out more.
Live commentary of the IPL.
It's got hold of that, and that's 10 rows back. Sixer. Boom.
On talkSPORT 2.
Live IPL commentary on talkSPORT 2 and streaming as well on the talkSPORT Cricket YouTube channel. Top of the table, Punjab Kings taking on the Rajasthan Royals. It was the Rajasthan Royals who won the toss and decided to bowl first. They picked up the wicket of Priyansh Arya. Jofra Archer getting in for 29 runs, mistiming a lofted drive down the ground to the fielder at mid-on. Cooper Connolly's 19 from 10. Prav Simran 27 from 21 as Jadeja bowls his first over, going around the wicket to Prav Simran, angling the ball into the right-handed batter who plays it to mid-wicket. Sam Elad Faraz Noor and the former IPL batter Abhishek Janjanwala are with you. A steady start for Punjab, but kind of not as explosive as what we're used to seeing.
I think that's the case, especially with this edition of the IPL as well. We're so used to just seeing balls flying about everywhere. So even going 10 and over, 11 over feels quite slow, which is quite amusing at this point.
Yeah, they had 116 runs on the board on Saturday when they chased down 265 in their game against Delhi. Jadeja comes into left-handed Cooper Connolly, flicked to the fielder a deep mid-wicket for a single. But I like the games that are maybe somewhere in the middle, like a good chase of 180 or something like that, where there's a decent contest between bat and ball.
100% when you have a few of the lower scoring games. We're talking now lower scoring, 180, 190. But it's nice to see that needle in the games. It sort of keeps that tension in, keeps you invested all the way through, because you know something might happen out of absolutely nowhere. So I think it is really good to see. We've seen Jadeja start off well here this over, and again there's another single there just tucked into mid wicket, and he's chased it down himself. Good work, diving within, or just for the double there. Diving in the 30-yard circle. So yeah, good start from Jadeja here, 4 off the first 3 balls.
Yeah, looks like he's going to just bowl stump to stump, really. He's going to go around the wicket, dart it into the right-hander, keep things pretty tight. Has been a sensational start for Punjab Kings, yet to be beaten in the IPL. 6 wins and 7 and 1 washed out. And again in that previous game, chasing down 265. The 2 boys at the top are in good form. Shreyas Iyer just doing Shreyas Iyer things. And Cooper Connolly, the new boy, is in good touch as well. As Jadeja comes into Prav Simran, a full ball and off stump, driven to long off, and they take the single.
He really is special, isn't he, Shreyas Iyer? He's so good. He's ridiculously good. And I think this is what the IPL's for. It's bringing through that Indian talent, isn't it? And then you get to see them go from sort of young talents to big household names. So it's amazing to see.
Yeah, and if you look at kind of top run scorers, as Jadeja comes in once again to Cooper Connolly, who rocks onto the back foot and smacks that back down the ground for a 6. That's a really, really good shot. It wasn't too short. It was almost a ball on the top of off stump, but Cooper Connolly reads it perfectly, gets himself into a great position, and just pure power going straight back down the ground for a 6.
I think Connolly might be settling in now. That first drag down, he sort of cloth, but this one, he was straight out the middle of the bat. Lovely
that wasn't
timing.
Even short for us.
No, not at all. He's adjusted well there. It wasn't a bad ball from Jadeja at all. It was a decent length, but it's gone the distance. So I think if Connolly settles in and carries on, there might be some big runs on for him.
He moves on to 26 from 12, already hit 3 6s. Ravi Jadeja going for his first boundary of his spell. We've got the 1 ball left of the 8th over then. Punjab Kings are 91 for 1 as the 50 comes up for the second wicket partnership, 54 from 31 balls.
And that's just how quick things can change in T20. Jadeja starting well, and then he's got hit for a maximum there. If he goes for another boundary, then it's not a great over on his standards. But saying that, though, he hasn't really bowled poorly at all. It's been a decent over, but this is just the skill of the batsman nowadays, able to adjust to anything and send anything out the fence.
Yeah, we've got long off, long on, deep mid wicket, deep backward square leg and a deep point. Jadeja goes wide to Cooper Connolly, and the 2 fielders behind the wicket on the offside. He pierces them both. Jadeja went fuller, wider, and Cooper Connolly knows where those 2 fielders are and plays straight through both of them.
Connolly really has punished that width there. He's just thrown the kitchen sink at it. A lovely cut through the backwards point there. And yeah, it's raced away for 4. So what started off as a good over is now gone for 15, and Punjab will be really happy with that.
8 overs gone. Punjab 95 for 1. The last 2 overs have been good overs. Seen spin outside of the power play. Yash going for 15, and then Jadeja going to 15. Yash Raj is going to come back into the attack. Prav Simran 31 from 24. Cooper Connolly 30 from 13. And they're in desperate need of a wicket here, aren't they?
100%. They're going to need a breakthrough here, especially with Connolly looking like he's starting to kick on now. So yeah, a very much needed wicket here. But Yash Raj gone for 15 in his first. So he's going to need a bit of a change to get that breakthrough here. Prav Simran on strike now.
Yash comes in to the right-handed Prav Simran, a slightly slower ball, and Prav Simran on the back foot just works that to Dasan Shanikar at deep mid-wicket, and he takes the single. That brings Cooper Connolly back on strike. This partnership now 59 runs from just 33 balls. It's hard to look past a Punjab RCB final, isn't it?
Yeah, I think just at the minute, especially with how well Punjab are playing, I think we will see the success that they created last year, and I think they'll emulate it this year, and I think it might be good that they go all the way there.
Yash into Cooper Connolly, 4 outside of his off stump, looks to go down the ground. I don't think he's got all of it. He has not got all of it, and it's called a long off by Donovan Ferreira, and the young man Yash Raj has got the wicket. A fuller ball outside of the off stump, maybe a tad quicker as well. Cooper Connolly looks to go down the ground for a maximum. All he can do is pick out long off. He goes for 30. Punjab 96 for 2 into the 9th.
Just as we thought, Cooper Connolly was settling in there, timing it. There you go, he's caught at the bottom of the bat there, just got right underneath it, gone right sky high, and it's a fairly standard chance for a long off there.
I found the name's Cooper Connolly, striking at over 200, and that's going to bring Shreyas Iyer to the crease. The Punjab captain, remarkably not part of India's T20 World Cup winning squad a couple of months ago, but I've got a funny feeling, Faraz, the next time India name a a T20 squad that this man's got a pretty decent chance of being in it, right?
Definitely, but I think that also just goes to show the depth that India have and the talent that they have within the nation. I genuinely believe they could probably put 2-3 sides out that could challenge for the World Cup.
I reckon. Me and Abby said yesterday they put 4 teams out. We backed those 4 teams to get to the semi-finals of the T20. It's almost not fair, really, is it?
No, it really isn't, but it just goes to show that the amount of dedication, the amount of time that they put in into sort of the youngsters, into the talent, it really does show and come through.
Yeah, people in this country are too busy watching shows like The Traitors, right?
Yeah, you're right there, like.
Good show.
Very good show.
How
Very
did you
good
not win,
show.
son? Honestly, it was
What can
there
you
for
do?
the taking. You're like Punjab last year, there for the taking. Should have won it. Yash comes in the tray. Isaiah facing first ball.
I think that might be going down.
Yeah, I think it's a
Going
good
down,
call.
doing a bit too
Yash
much there.
wants a review, but I think that turns back into the right-hander sharply, and I think that's missing leg stump.
Yeah, I think they both know better not to the review that it was doing a bit too much going down. So yeah, it'll be a good decision for them.
I think because it's Shreyas Iyer, they're going to go for it. They have gone for it. I think that's turned sharply, hasn't it? I reckon that's missing at the 4th and 5th stump, possibly.
Yeah, I think that's going far down leg stump. Yeah, so I'm really surprised that they reviewed this. I know it's for Shreyas Iyer, but you need to be a bit smarter with your decisions.
Now. Keep rolling.
Miles down.
Yeah, seems like
It's
there is a
closer
gap.
than I
I'd like to
thought.
check that with Ultra Edge, please.
Abhishek behind us is saying it's going to be umpire's call at best, but it's definitely not going as far down leg as I possibly first thought.
Yeah, to be fair, Abhishek is right. It's not going as far down as first thought, but then again, I feel as if obviously it's a lot harder to make the decisions. Abhishek will know playing at that level before, but yeah, I'm still quite surprised that they reviewed it.
It's a passionate plea from the young man, wasn't it? To hey, come on, it's Shreyas. I want to get 2 and 2. Nervous wait then for Shreyas Iyer. The original decision is not out. It was a googly on a length or on middle and off. Shreyas does not read it at the back of the hands. The ball rips back into the right hander, hits him on the pad. The original decision is not out. Here we go then. Here is.
Pitching outside off. Impact in line.
Yeah, wickets is missing.
Yeah, missing by a fair way there. And again, Shreyas will be happy with that.
Missing by not as much as I thought. It was an umpire's call. They lose the review. I mean, we were ultimately right that it was a silly review, but possibly closer than we thought.
There's a lot of relief faces in the crowd there, isn't it? There was some fingers crossed
I don't
as well.
think anyone does good camera shots to shocked fans as well as the IPL does. Like the owners, they wear, like in England, in football, as Yash comes into Shreyas Iyer, yet to get off the mark. This time a full ball and off stump, driven to fielder at cover, no run. Like if they went to the, Sir Jim Ratcliffe in the Man United, like he's sitting there quite stony-faced. These owners, I mean, like I sometimes see them having a go at batsmen, like the Sunrisers owner. If someone gets out, she's throwing her arms in the air. I'm like, chill out a little bit. Let the lads do their thing.
I think it just goes to show how invested they all are and how much they care.
Yash comes into Shreyas Iyer, a full ball and leg stump, turns into the leg side, takes a single.
Yeah, I think it just, again, it goes to show how much the investors care, how much they sort of invest, that all that money that is going from their back pocket in there, they really do care. They want their teams to succeed. And
I guess with the money they pumped into the franchises, I guess they can do whatever the hell they want, really, can't they?
It's not any daft chicken change.
Oh, no. Yash comes into Prab Simran.
That's 6.
Flicked. Massive 6. Or 4 even. It just bounces short. It goes over short fine leg. It takes a bounce and it goes for a boundary. Again, a quicker delivery from Yash. A 4 ball on leg stump. Prab Simran sweeps and he gets 4.
It was a great sweep from Prab Simran. Really fine there and just a 1 bounce form. Surprised it didn't go all the way, but yeah, he's timed it there and really nicely played.
And that brings 100 up for the Punjab Kings after 9 overs. The Punjab Kings are 101 for 2, the current run rate. At a touch over 11 runs and over. Shreyas Iyer new to the crease, 1 from 3. Perhaps Simran Singh not as fluent best perhaps yet. 36 from 26 to 2 wickets to fall. The left-handed opener, Priyansh Arya, going for 29, and then Cooper Connolly for 30. As Jadeja is going to bowl his 2nd over. First one went for 15, and Shreyas Iyer is on strike, a 4 ball on off stump, driven to cover, no run.
Nicely bowled by Jadeja there, but he had a good start to the previous over and it sort of went away, so let's see how this one goes. And again, he's coming up there, nicely bowled again, and it's driven to long off there, just for, it seems like a single.
102 for 2 of 9.2 overs. What's Ravi Jadeja got in his locker here? We've still got Wadera to come, Marcus Stoinis to come, Jadeja into Prav Simran, who turns that to short fine leg, and he's going to take a single. The run rate now just dropped below 11 runs and over. I don't know about you, but I can't wait to watch the 15-year-old come out and have a bat.
Yeah, you know, it's always fireworks, isn't it? It's always fireworks seeing him come out, and I still can't get my head around how good he
Jadeja
is.
comes into Shreyas Iyer, who moves away from the stumps, creates room for himself, punches that to deep point, and he takes 2 runs.
Yeah, I still can't get my head around how good he is and just how he sort of generates the power. But I know it's the timing, but to have that eye, to have that skill at such a young age, and not even that, the mentality, the sort of prowess he carries is unbelievable.
Just 4 runs from the first 4 balls of this 10th over. Jadeja so far so good. Comes into Shreyas Iyer again, moving away from the stumps. Does beat the fielder at cover, but Donovan Ferreira at long off does the fielding. It will just be a single. Can Jadeja get out of this over without a boundary?
He'd like to think so, because this has been a great over for him so far. Just 5 off it, so if he gets another dot ball, another single, a double, he'd be buzzing.
Jadeja comes into Prav Simran, a slightly slower ball, and that's driven to the fielder at long off for a single. Halfway stage of the innings completed. Punjab are 107 for 2. Prav Simran's got 38. Shreyas Iyer, the new batter, the captain, unbeaten on 5. Faraz will be back with us very shortly, but the former IPL better Abhishek Janjanwala back alongside myself, Sam Ellard. How are you seeing things at the halfway stage?
I think Punjab would be pretty happy. They've got a good foundation after 10 overs, and Prav Simran Singh, a set batter. You always need a set batter at the 10-over mark. You don't want 2 new batters, and that's where you get into a bit of trouble. And I think this is a time where they're just going to put the foot on the accelerator. They've got, just look at the batting order. There's Wadera, Stoinis, Jansen, Ferguson can bat. There's so much batting stretch, and Prav Simran still out there. Yeah, if they have a good 10 overs from here, again, you're looking at 230, 240 with Punjab batting order.
Jofra Archer is going to be brought back into the attack. Bowl 2 in the power play.
Sid Lahiri, pretty happy about things. Got a couple of big guns out. Where do you see it at the moment?
Yeah, it's evenly placed now. I think the wicket, last wicket was quite crucial.
Siddharth Laurie now
actually
speaking
really,
with
really
TV
well.
from Rajasthan Royals.
So yeah, it's good at the moment, but you know, as you know, with the game, a couple of wickets now, I think it's going to tilt a little bit towards us, but overall evenly balanced. Yes.
What was the chit-chat then in the timeout? What exactly did you look to reinforce?
I think just to stick to the plans. You know, the bowlers know what they, you know, we have lots of discussions regarding how they should be bowling, what the plans should be, the way the modern batter is hitting the ball. I think it's just to stick to the plans, and that's all what was reiterated. And I think coming back after the timeout, they bowled well, and just sticking to the plans, keeping it simple. That's all what we can do as the bowling unit.
What's the plan in this middle phase?
I think just to get a couple of wickets. I think, you know, that's why Jofra, bringing back Joff into the attack to get one of these 2 guys out, and then again bowling tight lines, sticking to plans, keeping it simple.
A boundary there for Jofra Archer,
Yeah,
off Jofra Archer.
Going along here.
Top edge goes over the keeper for 4 runs.
Yeah, we kind of work with words up here, so we want to know exactly what your role is and what it entails.
So I look after the batting along with Vikram and Trevor, but also I'm involved with the trials throughout the whole year, and planning and organizing the everyday sessions. So a bit more like a wide role in terms of what I offer for the Royals.
Okay, so yeah, you kind of are with everybody. Yeah, have a lot on your plate, I'm sure. What do you reckon then at 115 for 2 here? What do you reckon is a good score for you guys to look to chase down?
Well, we scored 230 in the previous game. We thought that was a good score to defend the way the game is going. But actually, we'd like to restrict it around that 250, 220. If we can get it there, I think it's going to be a good chase. But again, it looks to be a really good wicket. So hopefully we can restrict them within that 200, 115, sort of 10, that sort of range, and then we can chase it.
Okay, well, thanks so much for speaking to us, Sid, and all the best as you go. We know notoriously in the second half of the season it hasn't gone well for you in past seasons, so hopefully it goes better.
Yeah, I'm sure this will be a different year for us.
Sid, but before you go, did you discover Suryavanshi? Was it you?
No. It was very much our analytics team, which, you know, our scouts who looked at him, and and what a find that has been for us.
You missed out. You could have gone, yes, it's me. Taking all the credit. Anyway, never mind. Thanks, Sid.
Cheers, thanks.
Punjab 116 for 2 balls left of the 11th. Jofra Archer comes into Shreyas Iyer. It's a full ball and it's driven to long on for a single. 2 boundaries off the first 3 balls. Archer to Prab Simran, another edge. It was a shorter ball, and Prab Simran swinging at it, got a top edge that goes over the keeper, and then the next ball much more in control. A full ball on leg. Prab Simran skips down the track and slams it over mid-off. That shot in particular going over mid-off was an absolute beauty.
Oh yeah, he's just now put the foot on the gas, and again you bought Jofra Archer to pick up a wicket. He's going over 10 and over unless he picks up a wicket in the final over. I think it's a Punjab win.
Here comes Jofra Archer. Slower ball on leg stump, played into the leg side. He takes a single, 11 gone. Punjab 118 for 2. Today's coverage in partnership with Inspired Learning Group, helping families explore UK boarding ages 11 to 18. ILG Schools, Ben Strong Academy, sport and pastoral care, so students feel supported and inspired. Schools include Claysmore School in Dorset, St Francis College in Hertfordshire. Inquiries are open for September 2026. Click the link below on the talkSPORT Cricket YouTube channel right now, a live stream, to find out more. Was that the right call to bring in Jofra for that over?
It just shows you that they were desperate for a wicket. They thought that if he can pick up a wicket here, either Prabsimran Singh or Shreyas Iyer just gets us back in the game and also puts immense amount of pressure on Punjab. But unfortunately that plan didn't work, so they will be searching for that one extra over in the back end of the innings, which could go down, you know, could be quite expensive.
Jadeja into Prab Simran, who moves across the stump onto off stump and just flicks that to the fielder at deep mid wicket and takes a single. Does he come back for 2? No, he takes a single. He moves on to 49.
This is where I feel Shreyas is going to take some chances now in this over.
He'll like this matchup?
Yeah, he'll like it's more than the matchup. I think this is where he'll feel that he needs to hit a few boundaries. He's had a slow start. He's got the feeling of the surface. He's assessed the conditions.
Jadeja into Shreyas Iyer, cut to the fielder at backward point, and he comes through for a single. I say he liked the matchup. I get the impression that Shreyas Iyer is so good at cricket, he likes batting against any bowler on the planet.
Yeah, I think he prefers any matchup, to be honest, at the moment.
Right arm fast, left arm slow. He'll take anyone down.
Yeah.
Perhaps Imran 49 from 34. Just plays that calmly and gently to Yashavshi Jaiswal at deep mid wicket, and perhaps Imran moves to 50 from 35. Am I being a bit harsh when I say that maybe wasn't him at his most fluent best?
Retire him. Call him back.
50 and get out of it. I like that.
But what a season he's having. Extraordinary cricketer. You see his improvement in the last couple of seasons. You see the way I'll come back to that.
Jadeja to Shreyas Iyer, who looked to drive that through the offside. Was there a bat on that? It went past the keeper, Dhruv Jurel, and it goes for run. It goes for a 4. It has gone 4 byes. I thought I heard something in my cans as that ball went past the bat, but very uncharacteristically poor keeping by Dhruv Jurel, and it's going to be 4 byes.
Yeah, it's a straight delivery. He completely made a mess out of that one. Shreyas Iyer, he loves using his feet at times as well.
Jadeja into Shreyas Iyer, who just flicks that out to the fielder at deep backward square leg. Vaibhav Suryavanshi does the fielding. I mean, you know, when they asked the question to who found Vaibhav Suryavanshi, I mean, I can't imagine he was too hard to find.
I think he's found himself, didn't he?
He's the 15-year-old kid that's smacking hundreds everywhere. Single flicked into the leg side, final ball of the 12th over, and the Punjab Kings are 127 for 2. Who found you?
I mean, nobody found me, to be honest. I got found just, you know, again, it's a thing, like, yes, you always have scouts, you always have people who believe in your talent, who think that you've got what it takes to make it to the next level. But at the end of the day, it's all about you. Once you're out there, you're alone. You don't have a coach telling you what shot to play. You don't have anybody to tell you how to approach the game. It all boils down to you at the end of the day. And, you know, the training you put in, the hard work you put in, no one can make you do it. You only do it if you want to do it. And that's why is this whole term about, finding people and finding talent. If not today, he would have been found 2 years' time.
Brijesh Sharma into Simran, full toss, it goes high in the air. Is this going to be caught? No, it's going to fall short. The fielder at short fine leg running back. It was high in the air for a long time. The fielder Yash nearly found himself at the boundary. It was a full toss, hasn't been called a no ball. He tried to pull that into the leg tie, got a big thick top edge, and it falls safe, and he gets 2 runs.
Yeah, I don't think it was high enough. It's just he sliced the bat. He could not time it well enough. That ball should have gone into the crowd. But the fielder as well, he was a bit slow off his straps, wasn't he?
That's the young man, Yash, as well.
Yeah. But Brijesh, he has been exceptional, I think. Yeah, I can just sense, I could sense a wicket here in this over with a slower delivery or something.
Brijesh Sharma comes into Simran. It was a slower ball. And Simran tries to pull that into the leg side. No bat, nearly crashed into the stumps. I said Ricky Ponting calls it often in the big bash. You've had a few yourself so far on talkSPORT too.
Yeah, he's such a skillful bowler. And you could sense after bowling that full toss, after the Yorker didn't work, he couldn't execute it. You can sense that he's going to go slow into the surface. That's exactly what he did. Might try the Yorker again. He bowls a very good Yorker.
Brijesh Sharma, again it's another slower ball, and Simran trying to come down the track, moving outside of the leg stump. And again, it was a mistimed shot into the leg side because he didn't time it so well. He's going to be able to come back for 2 runs, and the score moves on to 131 for 2 midway through the 13th.
Yeah, I'd just like to see Simran stay a bit more stable. At the moment, you can see a lot of movement. He's trying to do too many things. Just have a strong base and try and pick the ball. He's got so many shots all around the ground. He doesn't need to be desperate at the moment.
He keeps moving away from the stumps. There was one where he went over mid-off as Brijesh does come into Simran, a fuller ball. And what sort of shot would you call that? Was that a sort of a hoik into the leg side?
It is a hoik. He's trying to hit the ball too hard. He's somebody who's a very good timer of a cricket ball. And, you know, at the moment you can sense the desperation that he's looking to hit boundaries because he feels that he's a bit short. Usually, if you look at his scores, he's always 50 of 25, 80 of 39, 76 of 26. So he just feels that he needs to catch up. He needs to hit those 4s and 6s.
4 50s in his last 5 games. I mean, the one game he didn't get a 50, he got a first. Why didn't Archie get him first ball today? I mean, come on, Jofra. Brijesh Sharma comes in to Shreyas Iyer again. It's a slower ball and off stump, and Shreyas Iyer pulls that to deep mid wicket for a single. So far, a good over by Brijesh Sharma. Just 6 runs from it. 1 ball left to the 13th. Punjab 133 for 2.
He's only gone for 10 of his 11 deliveries. It just shows how good he is, the skills he's got, and more than the skills, a lot of bowlers have got skill. It's about the execution of that skill. It all boils down to that at this level.
Last ball of the 13th. Brijesh coming into Simran is a full ball, and this time Simran plays it out to the fielder at deep mid wicket and takes a single. So 13 gone. Punjab 134 for 2. One thing I find remarkable is just how many people are part of the coaching teams in these IPL teams. There's so many. When you were playing, I mean, how many would there have been, and kind of how much information did you want as a batter from your own coaching team?
I'm not sure. See, again, as I said, it's been what, 13 years since I've been part of that setup, and there was not that much information. There was not much AI. There was not so much the statistician have just started to come into the game. Yeah, you could go and watch videos. You knew what are the strong points, what are the weak points on the batters, what the bowlers are going to look to do. But I don't think I've ever seen coaching staff that big, because you used to have a few coaches, couple of coaches at max 2 or 3, I would say, pushing it. But now you have 11 coaches and there are 11 players playing. I just don't see a point. I mean, sometimes I just wonder what value are they adding. And as a player, is the message pretty clear? Which got to be, right? Because the way you've seen the game evolve, there has to be clarity in terms of the messaging. So probably the messaging is only coming from the head coach, and the rest of them are just feeding information or whatever they are doing. It all going to the head coach, and the head coach is passing that down to the players. That's how I would assume it happens. Otherwise, there will be too much information to the players.
Yash Raj back into the attack, 1 for 21 from his 2 overs. Simran uses his feet, plays that to long off. I mean, not that I could imagine being in an IPL team, but I would think that I wouldn't want, as you said, too much information, too many voices. You want clear, concise clarity, right?
Yeah, and also as a player, you need to be matured enough to understand what to take, what not to take. That's such an important aspect of a player, because there will be so many coaches saying so many things, At the end of the day, you got to be able to figure out what works for me, what doesn't. So you only take what is required.
Yash Raj into Shreyas Iyer, who's 9 from 12. I reckon he's going big here. He tries to go big, pulls that to the fielder at long on. Jofra Archer again doesn't time it too well, and he gets the single.
And at times, not every individual got that maturity. And, you know, those are the individuals who get completely muddled in their head and sometimes just can't perform because there's far too much information. So, yeah, so you've got to be careful.
Yash Raj into Pram Simran, short, wide, cut to the fielder at deep point. He takes a single, 137 for 2.
So what we have seen in the last few overs, that the wicket has started to slow down a little bit. The ball is holding on to the surface a little bit more, and hence the players can't be as fluent as we have seen both these players. Shreyas Iyer, I mean, he's hitting sixes for fun throughout this tournament, but he's really finding it difficult in today's match to strike the ball or to have that timing. So surely the pitch has slowed down. There's a bit of turn as well in the last couple of overs with spin. We have seen that there's a hint of turn.
Shreyas Iyer on strike, 10 from 13. Yash comes in, a drag down, and Shreyas Iyer goes over deep mid-wicket for a 6. It was too short. Shreyas Iyer rocks onto the back foot and goes big over deep mid-wicket.
I was just saying that he's struggling, and straight away he hits a 6. But again, if you bowl like that, doesn't matter what the pitch does, which ground you're bowling, is always going to go out for a 6. And I guess Shreyas Iyer was waiting for something like that, an absolute long hop from the bowler.
Yeah, you cannot bowl there to Shreyas Iyer. That is basically a throwdown for him, isn't it?
I think you cannot bowl that to Sam either.
Who? Me?
Yeah,
Wow. I wouldn't put that away, I promise you that.
that.
Yash comes into Shreyas Iyer, moving away from his stumps, plays that past the fielder a point, and he gets a single. I wonder who we're talking about.
What
then.
do you think you would have done with that delivery?
Here's what I would have done. I would have rocked onto the back foot.
Hit your stumps.
And then, literally, I would have gone, oh, what's that noise? And my back foot would have taken out leg stump, and I'd have looked like an absolute wally. Yash into Prav Simran, comes down the track, it goes high in the air, that should be out. The fielder at cover is Riyan Parag, and he nonchalantly takes the catch. I think Prav Simran was starting to get frustrated. He comes down the track, uses his feet, all he can do is sky it high in the air, and the captain Parag takes a good catch.
Yeah, again, if you look at that shot, he just wanted to muscle it. He never looked to time it. That ball, if he just wanted to time it over covers, he probably could have hit it for a 4. But there was a lot of bottom hand into play. He lost his shape completely when he hit that ball. And it's still a very, very good knock, not taking anything away from him. A brilliant knock from Prav Simran for 59 of 44, striking at 134. But still, I mean, he was set. He should have just given himself a bit more time.
We've got some big news here. Marcus Stoinis has got to work today. He probably can't believe it. He's only batted 4 times and only faced 10 balls in his first 3 innings, but he did his job, getting some, 9 off 3, 10 off 5, and then he went to 5, the win over LSG, where he got 29 off 16. Incredibly, he was not required to bat against DC when Punjab chased down 265 and only bowled 2 overs for the tournament. So he's basically part of the team at the top of the table. He doesn't really have to do too much. That's a nice gig, isn't it?
He's been having an easy payday.
It's a bit like me when I get to commentate alongside you. You do all the heavy lifting, I just take it easy, right?
That's right.
You're supposed to not say that, by the way. 14 overs gone, 144 for 3. Shreyas Iyer's on strike. Jadeja about to finish off, going around the wicket, angling it into the right-hander. Shreyas Iyer plays that to deep mid-wicket for a single.
To be honest, I don't mind Marcus Stoinis at this time because it's a perfect position for him. 6 overs remaining. He walks in. He's got a time to have a couple of sighters and then just put that foot on the accelerator. Yeah, he's such a strong hitter, Marcus Stoinis, and what a cricketer.
Big man, isn't he? Big shoulders.
He's huge. He's huge. Yeah.
Wouldn't want to get on the wrong side of him, would you? In a disagreement, eh?
I can take some big boys.
Can you?
Just kidding, mate.
I thought so. I can tell. Marcus Stoinis then is facing his first ball. Got a deep point, a long off, a long on, a deep mid wicket, a deep backward square leg. It's Stoinis versus Jadeja, having another look at the wicket. Am I being a bit harsh when I say that he didn't look great for his 59? He looked a little bit of a lot of swishes and swipes, Prav Simran.
Yeah, he was trying a bit too hard. Usually he just times the ball. He's such a good placer of a ball as well.
Jadeja then into Stoinis for his first ball. It's a full ball outside of off stump, and he drives that to long off, and he takes the single.
Shreyas Iyer, it's time for him to go now. He's been there for a while. He's faced plenty of deliveries. Just 1-6 so far.
A quicker ball from Jadeja, angling into Shreyas Iyer, plays that to deep wicket, takes a single.
And Jadeja doesn't give you any time between the balls. He's one of the quickest. I've seen him finish overs in 2.5 minutes.
I like that though.
Yeah.
Get on with the game.
He's so quick. He's rapid between balls.
Jadeja to Stoinis, slightly shorter ball on the back foot, punches that to the fielder at cover, Rian Parag. No run. 147 for 3 into the 15th. It's a shorter ball, a wider ball, cut to the fielder at deep point, and they take the single. Maybe talk about it in detail when he bats, but Parag's in a tricky position. He's captaining well, but not batting well, not scoring runs.
Yeah, that's been an issue, isn't it? If you're not, contributing is difficult.
Jadeja to Shreyas Iyer, shorter ball on the back foot, works that into the leg side. They come back for 2 runs.
And I also feel that affects your captaincy. Sometimes, it affects your judgment in terms of, because you're always thinking a lot about your own batting. You're thinking, that puts immense pressure in terms of, you always think about contributing. You want to try, and sometimes you try too hard, and maybe that's one of the reasons you don't perform as well as you should. But also, yeah, it does sometimes just clog your mind, clog your thinking. But he's been impressive so far with his leadership, the way he has made those changes in terms of his bowling, in terms of his batting orders.
He made a big call today. Well, maybe not a big call given his form, but Shimron Hetmeyer dropped 72 runs in 6 innings, averaging 14, striking at 116. But interested to bring in Dasan Shanaka to replace him. But possibly might have gone for the young Lawande Pretorius. But I don't know whether maybe because he's an opener, it's not as easy for him to slot into the middle order. So 15 gone, 150 for 3. What sort of score is going to constitute an exciting evenly matched run chase?
I think both these players can go from here. You're looking at 210, at 220. I don't think they're going to go past 220. That's going to be a tall ask. Also the surface, as I mentioned earlier, it just seems that the surface has slowed down a little bit. So 210, 220 could be a very good score.
Yash then, the young man who made his debut earlier on in this tournament, going to bowl his final over, 2 for 31 from 3. He's got Marcus Stoinis on strike, 5 overs to go, 150 for 3. Yash comes in, slightly quicker ball, and I think Stoinis wanted to come forward, then had to adjust and move on to the back foot and work down to deep mid wicket for a single.
Yeah, this could be a big over now. With Shreyas Iyer on strike, I just think Shreyas is going to take his chances here. He's got to take his chances here against the leg spinner, though he's bowled well.
It's 21 from 18, just 1 boundary. Stoinis yet to hit a boundary. It's a slightly shorter ball outside of off stump, and it's punched to long off, and again it's just going to be a single. I think Rajasthan, they'll be happy where they're at here, right?
And they pull things back very well. At one point the run rate was over 11 and a half. From there to bring it down under 10, they're putting a lot of pressure on this Punjab batting order.
Yash comes in once again to Stoinis. It feels like a big shot's coming, and that maybe should have gone to the boundary. It looked like it was in the slot over pitch. I think Stoinis went for the slog sweep shot. Goes to short fun there. They just take the single.
It just seems like that ball was there for the taking, but he went a bit too square with that big shot. He should have looked to hit down the ground, probably with the full face of the bat. It could have been a better result for him.
Yash into Shreyas Iyer, outside of off stump, played beautifully from Shreyas Iyer, but the fielder on the boundary on the offside is Dasan Shanaka. He does the fielding. It's 4 singles in the first 4 balls of the 16th. Can the young man get out of this over?
The last couple of overs have been brilliant for the Rajasthan Royals. First Jadeja and now Yash. Not easy.
Yash into Stoinis, and Stoinis tentatively on the back foot just punches that ball back to the bowler. There will be no run. The run rate's dropped below 10 runs.
Yeah, they got to find a way to hit a boundary in the last delivery. It could be a wicket.
Yash to Stoinis, who's 4 from 6, and Marcus Stoinis goes onto the back foot and he hits the 6. He goes in between deep mid wicket and long gone, slightly short from Yash. Stoinis gets onto the back foot, pulls that to the boundary, and I think that it's going to be 6 runs, isn't it? And after 16 overs, Punjab Kings were 160 for 3. It's now time for our second timeout. Punjab 160 for 3.
Ultimate Sports Radio.
What a moment!
This is talkSPORT 2.
Today's coverage is in partnership with Inspired Learning Group, helping families explore UK boarding ages 11 to 18. ILG Schools, Ben Strong Academy, sport, pastoral care, so students feel supported and inspired. Schools include Claysmore School in Dorset and St Francis College in Hertfordshire. Inquiries open for September 2026. Click the link below to find out more.
Live commentary of the IPL.
It's got hold of that, and that's 10 rows back. Sixer.
Boom. On talkSPORT 2.
Live IPL commentary on talkSPORT 2, and we're also streaming on the talkSPORT Cricket YouTube channel. Top of the table, Punjab Kings taking on the Rajasthan Royals. Punjab Kings asked to bat 160 for 3 from 60. Not as explosive as their stunning victory against the Delhi Capitals last time out, chasing down a record chase of 265. They crossed the line there with 7 balls to spare. They slowed down a bit in the last couple of overs. Still got a run rate of 10. Can they push to around 220? You'd imagine that anything of sort of under or around 200, and Rajasthan will be well and truly happy of chasing that down. They have got, though, 2 great batsmen at the crease. Shreyas Iyer unbeaten on 23. Marcus Stoinis 10 not out. 3 wickets to fall. Priyan Jharia went for 29. Cooper Connolly out the crease for 14 balls. He hit 30. Perhaps Simran the third to go after making 50 runs. For us, it feels like it's quite evenly matched, this, mate.
Yeah, definitely. I think Rajasthan Royals have done well to pull it back in these middle overs here. So, yeah, it'll be good to see how these last 4 overs shape up. But, yeah, Yash Raj bowled really well there. Just obviously got hit for the maximum the last ball of that over. But apart from that, he bowled really well.
4 overs left. Brijesh has 2. Archer 1 and Berger 1. And it is going to be Brijesh Sharma. Punjab 160 for 3. Shreyas Iyer on strike, unbeaten on 23. Slower ball outside of the off stump, punch down the ground, fielded by Jofra Archer at long off. What sort of total? I think anything around 200. Rajasthan will fancy chasing, especially with those 2 boys at the top of the order.
100%. I don't think they'll want it to get over 220. I think 220 might be a bit of a push, but as things are going right now, I see him maybe getting about a 210, 215 will be a decent score. But so anything under that 210 mark, I think they'll be happy with.
Stoinis on strike. Hasn't faced too many balls in this year's IPL. We've got a deep point, a long off, a long on, a deep mid wicket, a deep backward square leg. Brijesh going for just 12 runs from 2.1 overs. He's got Stoinis on strike, a 4 ball and off stump, driven to the fielder a point, and they take the single. With these 2 there at the crease, they could easily add 60 runs, couldn't they, from the last 4 and get them up to 220, 230 if these 2 get going.
100%, that's what you need. You just need a few balls in the middle over, especially when you've got people like Stoinis there who really can. You don't even have to time it, you just muscle a ball all over. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it shapes up.
Shreyas Iyer, Punjab captain, is back on strike. Same field for him as it was for Stoinis. Brijesh coming in once again to Shreyas Iyer. It's a shorter ball and a slower ball, and Shreyas Iyer looks to pull it. doesn't pick the slower ball, through to the keeper, no run.
That's the one for the over there, and it was beautifully bowled there. Really well executed short ball there. As you said, nice and slow, just over. He went to go pull it there and sort of drew back. I think he was waiting for that no ball, but no, it was beautifully executed.
Another good start to the over for the Rajasthan Royals. 2 runs from 3 balls. It feels like Shreyas is going to have to try and make something happen here. He's going to look to maybe come down and use his feet. Priyesh comes in, that is Faraz, and an outstanding wide Yorker through to the keeper, no run.
Again, perfectly executed there. Lovely Yorker. Could nothing to do to dig that one out there. Lovely pace, yep. It was really nicely bowled.
I mean, it's not easy to execute, but like, I'm slightly surprised at how very little often, that's not a phrase, is it? You see these guys try and execute these Yorkers.
I think it is because that risk and reward maybe isn't as big as a factor. You can get put away for a maximum very easy.
Priyesh into Shreyas Iyer, who drives that past the fielder at cover. Oh, and it beats Jofra Archer at long off. A little bit of width. Shreyas Iyer throws his hands through it, beats cover, beats long off. 4 runs for the captain.
And there's the boundary for the over there. And again, that's the thing. I think that's that margin of error there. It is so slight when you're trying to bowl Yorkers, because if you bowl in the full toss, it might go. And then if you bowl it just a tad bit short there, as again, it'll go in the slot, and again, you're going to go.
Yeah, that's literally why you don't try and bowl the Yorker. You miss it by a tiny bit either way. It either goes full toss or in the slot, and it goes 6-6. Shreyas Iyer then, last ball of the 17th. The Punjab Kings, 166 for 3. I reckon we might get another pace-off delivery here. Priyesh does come in. He does try and execute the Yorker. A full toss on leg stump. Shreyas Iyer flicks that out to deep mid-wicket. 17 gone, 167 for 3. 7 runs from that 17th over. You take that from a Rajasthan point of view.
Rajasthan will be very happy. Brijesh will be very happy. He looked disappointed there. And I think that just shows that when you're looking at disappointed when you're only given 7 off the over, they're in a good space. So they definitely will be backing themselves to keep that total under 210 now.
Sam Allard and Faraz Noor with you on talkSPORT 2. Abhishek Janjanwala, part of our coverage as well. Feels weird hearing your voice not at the round table for us.
Well, you have to broaden your horizons, don't you? And I love myself a bit of IPL, so I'd love to try and cover a bit of this.
Better here than you were around that round table towards the back end of the traitors, eh, pal?
Hey, I can spot a good ball more than I can spot a traitor, can't I?
Very nicely done, yeah. Rachel and Stephen listening to this thinking, how do we manage to get away with it? So you're probably literally sick and tired probably of people asking about that, right?
Yeah, they ran that power play at the round table, didn't they? So they ran the show.
They were like Priyansh and Prabh Simran, unstoppable once they got going. 17 overs gone, Punjab 167 for 3. Shreyas Iyer, 29 from 25. I can't remember the last time I've seen him striking at 116. Marcus Thorne has just faced 8 balls. He's got 11 runs. So we got Nandre Berger, left arm seamer, coming in to Shreyas Iyer now. 3 overs left. Punjab 167 for 3. That run rate has dropped below 10 runs and over. In comes Berger to Shreyas Iyer, moves across to off stump and almost just helped that into the leg side. And the fielder at square leg fills it for a single. But again, another good start to the over for Rajasthan.
Yeah, very good. Very well stopped by square leg there. And again, I think he was just trying to hit it a bit too hard there. Muscle it a bit too much, sort of lost his shape. And again, it didn't get right much of any of it. Moved across a very far way. So, yeah, I think they'll be happy with that start.
Have you got a team you back in the IPL, or you just neutral?
To be fair, I am neutral. I do love it, but at the start, I did think RCB were gonna sort of do well and take it, but I think they're sort of on that way there as well.
168 for 3. Berger comes into Storidus. It's full over pitch, smack back down the ground. 6 runs. That was in the slot. Marcus Storidus' eyes lit up, and he punishes Nandre Berger.
You can't bowl there to big Marcus, can you? It'll beautifully put away there over long on, absolutely miles. He's timed the pants off that straight out the middle of the bat. Lovely stride, lovely extension there, and yeah, it was a beautiful shot by Storidus.
Yeah, just got that wrong. 2-4. That was definitely in the slot, and Storidus was not missing out on that one. 174 for 3. We're 2 balls into the 18th over. Storidus has 17. Shreyas Iyer has 30. Again, after Saturday's performance of completing the highest successful chase in T20 cricket history, he got 13 points in 7 games, a start that's never been done before in the IPL in terms of that many points from this set of games. Berger comes in to Marcus Storidus. That also looked like it was in the slot. I think he tried to go down the ground. It sort of comes off the inside part of the bat, goes to the vacant deep mid wicket. He gets 4 runs, but again, not timed as well as the previous ball.
To be honest, it looked like a bit of an inside edge, like got a big leading inside edge, but it's done enough. It's picked a big gap in the field and it's raced away for 4. So, you know, you do, yep, a little inside edge there. It's close to the face of the bat on it. So, you know, when you're going boundaries and you're not sort of timing it, it's going your way, so you can't complain.
229 is what Sunrisers chased down against Rajasthan Royals in the last game over the weekend. It was the 4th highest successful chase in the IPL. Punjab 178 for 3. Shorter ball from Nandre Berger, and Marcus Dornish just plays that over the fielder at cover into the offside for a single. So we've got 1-6-4-2, the 4 balls of the 18th. Punjab 180 for 3.
Getting there, Berger ball in nicely to his field there, sort of short and wide, but taking pace off of it. So Stoinis has to really sort of muscle it there, just cuts it the way of the sweeper. So yeah, well bowled.
2 balls left of the 18th. Marcus Stoinis on strike, 23 from 11. The Aussie all-rounder got a deep point, a deep cover, long off, long on, and a deep mid-wicket. This might be full and wide outside of the off-stump. Marcus Stoinis just opens the face of the bat, and the fielder at deep backward point does the fielding. Nicely bowled there from Berger, bowling to his field, that full and wide ball with 2 men on the offside boundary.
Lovely bit of cricket there again. Lovely, well executed ball by Berger there, nice and wide. But again, Stoinis opened the face of the bat beautifully just to sort of guide it to deep backward point there. So yeah, it was lovely cricket.
By the way, also, I know you and Abhishek have worked together before. He's a suave customer, isn't he, by the way? He just almost oozes class, doesn't he, no?
Very, very good, very suave customer indeed.
Berger coming into Shreyas Iyer, slower ball. Iyer tries to play it into the leg side. It goes high in the air, and the keeper, Dhruv Jurel, does really well to take the catch. Shreyas Iyer looked to go for the big shot. Think it was pace off, didn't pick it. Tried to work it into the leg side, gets the top edge, it goes high in the air, and the keeper does well. He called it early, and he takes the catch, and Shreyas Iyer has to depart.
Again, huge wicket for the Royals, huge wicket for Berger. Pace off, he's rolled his fingers down it there, and Shreyas Iyer really didn't pick that one. Got right under it and nicely taken by the keeper, and Royals will be really happy with the end of that over there, leading into the last 2.
Yeah, it's a very un-Shreyas Iyer innings. 30 from 27, as the former IPL batter Abhishek Janjanwala is going to replace Faraz on commentary. 18 overs gone. Punjab 181 for 4. Abhi, that was pace off, but quite wide outside of the off stump. Are you surprised that he tried to play that into the leg side?
Yeah, it's just that what we have seen in the last 3 or 4 overs, that the ball is holding onto the surface quite a bit. So it's not as good a service as we would have thought at the start of the innings, where it felt like it could be another 220, 230 wicket. I think if Punjab managed to get over 200, is going to be a very difficult task, even though they've got a very strong batting order.
If it is almost the ball sticking into the pitch, as a batter, how do you try and get through that?
I mean, it's difficult when you're playing T20 format, where you're looking to get bat and ball, where you're looking to play those big shots. If the ball starts sticking on the surface, it's very difficult to time the ball, and you cannot really connect as well as you would have liked, and that's the reason probably you see Punjab struggle in the last 4 or 5 overs. They didn't get as many runs as they should have.
Punjab 181 for 4 off 18. Stoinis on strike. Jofra Archer back into the attack. Slower ball, shorter ball, pulled into the leg side. 6 runs for Stoinis.
Unless Jofra bowls like that. An absolute long hop. Marcus Stoinis, as we said, he's such a dangerous player, especially in the last 4 or 5 overs. It was a perfect moment for him to walk in when Prabhsimran Singh got out. And now he's on 30 of just 13. And if he stays for the next 11 delivery, this target could be 210, 215.
It's a bad ball from Archer, isn't it?
It's not a great delivery from Jofra. You don't expect that from him. You expect a lot of very good Yorkers.
Archer, I think he went for the Yorker, just missed his length in the slot. Stoinis goes big and down the ground. 6-6 to start the 19th. Here we go.
Just bringing out the Hulk, Marcus Stoinis. It looks a bit like that, doesn't he?
He's just big in the Hulk, isn't he?
He is big, yeah, probably. He just can't turn green. That's the only thing he can't do.
He probably could if he wanted to. He's that good. Did Archer just go for the Yorker there and miss it?
Yeah, he just again could not execute his plans. And that's it all comes down to that. It all comes down to that in T20 cricket. Who can execute their plan better in the last 2 or 3 overs?
6-6 to start the 19th. Stoinis 36 from 14. In comes Archer. This time it's better. Gets the Yorker in. Stoinis goes to long off. It might be easier said than done. I'm surprised at this stage of the innings why teams don't just try and bowl wide Yorkers, wide outside of the off stump, have a third in, a deep backward point, and say, go on then, try and hit that away to the boundary.
We've seen a lot of bowlers do that. It's about what the bowler is comfortable with. And if somebody can bowl a Yorker on the stumps at will, you always want them to bowl a Yorker on the stumps, because that brings in the chance of getting the batter out. When you're going with wide Yorkers, you're going to miss out on a couple of occasions. You're going to give a couple of wides every over. That's a guarantee. And also, if you get a thick outside edge, if the batter...
Archer comes in to the new batsman. Again, it's another full, another Yorker, which is turned into the deep mid-wicket. And Suryansh Shed, who's facing his first ball, gets off the mark with the 2.
And with the wide Yorkers, you've seen so many batters nowadays, because they're so strong, the bats are so good. If you get a good connection, it often flies over the deep third or the point fielder for a 6. But when you bowl on the stumps, and if it's well executed, there's very, very small chance of that delivery going to the boundary, unless it's an inside edge or something. We saw that with the last couple of deliveries.
Jofra Archer, this time it's a full toss to the new batsman, and it goes to Donovan Ferreira at long on, and Sheds just gets a single there. But again, Jofra Archer getting that ball into the batter. It's another Yorker, and he started off the over with 2 bad balls, but since then he's been right on the money.
Yeah, he has been very good, hasn't he? But again, brilliant fielding in the outfield, direct hit. Luckily, they stayed just with the single, didn't go for the second run. But Suryansh, yeah, again, getting an opportunity, big stage.
Stoinis is on strike. Last ball of the 19th, 197 for 4. In comes Jofra Archer. It's another shorter ball. And Stoinis, I thought, looked to try and pull it into the leg side. Almost kind of pulled out of the shot. Plays it to cover, comes through, takes the single. 19 gone. Punjab, 198 for 4.
Yeah, very good result. 17 of that over. If you can get 40 of Jofra Archer's 4 over, I think as a team you'll be very happy. And just 1 wicket for him as well. Another final over becomes so crucial. If Stoinis can get another 17, 18 run over here, they're going close to that 215, which I think on that surface, with even Suryavanshi getting hundreds and 36 balls, it's not going to be easy.
Here's one for you.
Yeah.
I have it down as most in the IPL T20 innings seem to last pretty close to 2 hours. We've been playing for exactly 90 minutes, and we have 1 over left to bowl, which feels like a pretty good time to get around, right?
And this is unheard of. I don't remember the last time I've commented in an IPL game, which I've been doing for the last 7, 8, 9 years, where a game, in 90 minutes, they bowl 19 overs.
Yeah. No, seriously,
it's mad.
I'm seriously impressed with that, by the way. I'm guessing, you know,
they miss out on a couple of strategic timeouts.
No, we've had 2. I promise you we've had 2. We've had 2. We've done our read for the old ILG learning group, yeah. I guess Jadeja's 4 overs are pretty rapid, aren't they?
That's what I said. He bowls an over in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
2.5 minutes.
You know we're now going to have like 4 wides in this over, 2 reviews. This will be a 12-minute final over. Briyesh Sharma comes into Stoinis, 198 for 4. Slower ball outside of the off stump, not picked by Marcus Stoinis. Goes through to the keeper, no run. Nicely bowled by Briyesh.
What a spell he is bowling. 3.1 overs, none for 18. And he's bowled all the crucial overs as well. He's bowled at times where the batters are looking after to go after the bowling. It's terrific, terrific. Jofra Archer, number 2 in the wicket list, purple cap leaderboard. 14 wickets, same as Bhuvneshwar Kumar. I just think because of the economy of Bhuvi is better, he's got the purple cap on.
Yeah, that's a 7.5 runs and over Bhuvi's going at. It's nice to see Jofra bowling well. Briyesh comes into Stoinis. Oh, ball angling into his pads, flicks it round the corner, beat short fine leg, gets 4. I know he wasn't maybe at his best today, Jofra, but I've loved just him taking the new ball. He's bowling with pace. He's got his tail up. And like when he was at his best for England, you almost felt like every time he had the ball in hand, he was going to take a wicket. And it feels like at times with Rajasthan with that new ball, he's felt like he's always going to make something happen.
Oh, absolutely. And you know, when a bowler looks like that, you know that he's in great rhythm, which he is. I mean, every time he's run hard, you felt like, oh, we're going to see something here. Bowlers like him excite you. That's why you want to watch fast bowling.
Stoinis on strike. Brijesh Sharma comes in. He tries to get the Yorker. Turns out to be a full toss. Marcus Stoinis with quick hands. Works that to deep mid-wicket. He gets all of it and gets 6. That looked like a pretty decent ball from Brijesh. It still goes to the boundary.
That's an outstanding delivery. And that's why you need somebody like Marcus Stoinis, because half a bat, still the ball goes sailing over the boundary rope. That's a terrific delivery, but what a shot. Such a low full toss, and to be able to hit that delivery for 6, Marcus Stoinis has really given the impetus they were looking for in this innings. 19 deliveries, 48.
It's a good innings this from Stoinis. I mean, this is what he's paid to do.
Exactly.
To come in and finish off the innings. And as you said, he's 48 from 19, 2 4s, 5 6s, striking in a touch above 250. There was .46. That low full toss on the stumps, and Stoinis gets it over wide, long on. In comes Brijesh again, full toss, heaved into the leg side. It goes for 6 runs. Marcus Stoinis gets a 20-ball 50, 54 from 20, 6 sixes. Marcus Stoinis, you absolute little beauty.
He's a game changer, isn't he? And as you said, that's the reason you pay the big bucks to somebody like him, because he can just come in and change the course of the game in a matter of 4 or 5 overs. He only came in the 15th over. There was those 6 overs left when he walked in, and he's made such a big impact in this game. A no-ball review has been taken by Marcus Stoinis, but I don't think it's going to be
even he's shaking his head there. Who knows that wasn't it?
He just took it because it was there for the taking. But look at their score now, 214 for 4 with 2 more deliveries left. Another couple of 6s, they get to 225. Come on, Stoinis. Come on, that's literally knee-high.
I think he heard me talking about how quickly this innings has gone. He's gone out. We want Sam and Abby and Faraz to be there until 7 o'clock UK time back in England, right?
Well, you've got to be there anyway, because it doesn't matter how quickly this innings is gone. Next one is going to take 2.5 hours. You're still going to be here till 7 o'clock.
No, good. The longer I'm alongside you, Abhishek, the happier I am.
Oh, I'm going to cry.
Yeah. Hey, we're going all right, aren't we, pal? We're building up the bromance. We're going.
It's a joke.
We're playing paddle together soon, aren't we? We're going Wimbledon together soon, right?
Soon we're going to have a game of paddle.
Get Faraz involved?
Yeah.
I bet
Do
you
you play
can
paddle for us?
You'll be as good as me, not as good as Abhishek. That is not going to be a no ball. It's going to be a fair delivery. So we are at 214 for 4. 2 balls left of the innings. This last over goes .466. Stoinis has 54 from 20, 214 for 4. What Brijesh Sharma got in his locket here. Comes into Stoinis, penultimate ball, goes across his stumps. He smashes it over cover and he gets 4 runs. Full, wide, driven. Stoinis goes to 58.
It's just ridiculous amount of power he's got, Marcus Stoinis. 58 of 21. Again, that was in the slot. He just misses his mark, but look at that. The bottom hand into that shot, the muscle bulging. It literally feels like it's going to tear the t-shirt. His biceps are that big.
His muscles do look ginormous, don't they?
Yeah, they do look huge. It's as big as my thighs.
Speak for yourself. It does look like he needs someone to help him get his top on. It's so tight on him. Final ball then of the over, 218 for 4. Brijesh into Stoinis. Stoinis moves across his stumps, full toss, flicks that into the leg side. He gets a boundary. Dot ball off the first ball of the 20th. Stoinis then goes 4, 6, 6, 4, 4. And if my maths isn't failing me, 24 runs off that final over, and Brijesh, who bowled 3 overs for not many, goes for 42 from his 4th. Marcus Stoinis, who hasn't batted too much in this tournament, comes to the crease, faces 22 balls, 62 from 22, 20 overs gone. Punjab 222 for 4. How do you see it, Abby?
I think that's a sort of innings which can be the difference between winning or losing a game. 62 of 22, striking at 281 where everyone else struggled to strike at 140. That's the class of that innings, and that put Punjab in such a strong position. I'm still saying it's not a surface where you can just come out and hit. I mean, Suryavanshi could turn up and get 100 of 20 balls and completely make me look like a fool. That can happen, but
he's going to try to do that.
He will. But I still feel it's going to be a very difficult chase for Rajasthan Royals with such a strong batting unit.
after 18, they were 181 for 4, and you're sort of thinking, are they going to get to 200? Meaning, I think you came in, didn't you, on the 18th, and me and Faraz were saying there's a chance that Rajasthan could have kept them to under 200. But when you got players like Stoinis, or whether it was Shreyas who could have gone, when you got players like that who can go 17 off the penultimate, 24 off the final, it's mad how just like that in the space of 5 minutes the T20 game of cricket can just change.
And that's why it's so important to finish well. You know, it's all about the momentum you carry with you, and now Punjab, with that momentum, they're going to come out with a lot of passion, with a lot of energy onto the field when they come out to bowl. And, you know, they will try and carry that momentum by trying picking up a couple of wickets early. And if they can get Suryavanshi and Jaiswal out quick, that's pretty much done, isn't it? They need one of those two to click.
Okay, time to take a break then. Punjab Kings from their 20 overs, 222 for 4. We take a quick break. Then when we come back, it is the run chase.
Online, on DAB+, and on the app. This is talkSPORT 2.
Today's coverage is in partnership with Inspired Learning Group, helping families explore UK boarding ages 11 to 18, ILG schools, Blenstrong Academy, sport and pastoral care so students feel supported and inspired. Schools include Claysmore School in Dorset and St Francis College in Hertfordshire. Inquiries open for September 2026. Make sure you click the link below to find out more.
Live commentary of the IPL.
Comes down the pitch and smashes it back over his head, clean as a whistle.
On talkSPORT 2.
Andre Berger into Priant. That is absolutely glorious. A length ball driven over cover, and it goes all the way for 6. He times the pants off that one, and Priyansh's innings comes to an end for 29 runs. Jofra Archer gets his man.
Well, he always does.
Another drag down, and that's gone. That's gone. No question about that one. Straight into the rows, about 10-15 rows deep. Let the go all the way there.
Yashin Cooper Connolly, full outside of his off stump, looks to go down the ground. I don't think he's got all of it. He has not got all of it, and it's called a long off. Traps in around 49 from 34. Just plays that calmly and gently to Yashovsky Jars on a deep mid wicket, and perhaps Imran moves to 50 from 35. Yash comes in, a drag down, and Shreyas Iyer goes over deep mid wicket for a 6. Cannot bowl there to Shreyas Iyer. That is basically a throwdown for him, isn't it?
I mean, you cannot bowl that to Sam either.
Who? Me?
Yeah,
Wow. I wouldn't put that away, I promise you that. Yash into Prav. Simran comes down the track, it goes high in the air. That should be out. The fielder at cover is Rian Parag, and he nonchalantly takes the catch. Marcus Stoinis goes onto the back foot, and he hits the 6. Berger coming into Shreyas Iyer. Slower ball. Iyer tries to play it into the leg side. It goes high in the air, and the keeper, Dhruv Jarrell, does really well to take the catch. In comes Priyesh again. Full toss. Heaved into the leg side. It goes for 6 runs. Marcus Stoinis gets a 20-ball 50. 54 from 20.
That's the reason you pay the big bucks to somebody like him, because he can just come in and change the course of the game.
Final ball then, on the over, 218 for 4. Priyesh into Stoinis. Stoinis moves across his stumps, full toss, flicks that into the leg side. He gets a boundary. And Priyesh, who bowled 3 overs for not many, goes for 42 from his 4. Marcus Stoinis, who hasn't batted too much in this tournament, comes to the crease, faces 22 balls, 62 from 22, 20 overs gone. Punjab 222 for 4. How do you see it, Abby?
I think that's a sort of innings which can be the difference between winning or losing a game.
You are listening to talkSPORT 2, the Punjab Kings taking on the Rajasthan Royals, also live on talkSPORT's Cricket's YouTube channel. And today's coverage is in partnership with Inspired Learning Group, helping families explore UK boarding ages 11 to 18, ILG schools, blend strong academy, sport and pastoral care so students feel supported. And Inspired schools include Claysmore School in Dorset and St Francis College in Hertfordshire. Inquiries are open for September 2026. Click the link in our YouTube channel to find out more. Punjab Kings are top of the table. They were asked about by the Rajasthan Royals, 222 for 4, and they get there with a fantastic cameo at the end from Marcus Stoinis. 24 runs from the final over, 17 runs from the penultimate over. Marcus Stoinis, the Australian all-rounder, 62 from 22. Prav Simran made 50 at the top of the order. Lots of other batters got in, but weren't really able to push on and get a big one. Priyansh made 29, Cooper Connolly 30, the captain Shreyas Iyer 30 from 27, and quite an un-Shreyas Iyer inning, striking at 111. Pick of the bowlers for the Rajasthan Royals probably has to be Ravi Jadeja. Didn't get a wicket, but went just for 32 runs from his 4 overs. Just the 5 bowlers used for the Rajasthan Royals. So Punjab Kings, who are top of the table, 6 wins from 7, and in no result. No team has had a start as good as the Punjab Kings at this stage of the IPL, are looking to pick up another win. It's Sam Ellard, Faraz Noor, and the former IPL batter Abhishek Janjamwala with you on talkSPORT 2 and the talkSPORT Cricket YouTube channel. 223 runs for victory. I guess, as always, so much will be on the young man at the top of the Rajasthan order.
It just feels a bit weird to say this, but 222 doesn't feel enough.
No.
In today's day and age.
A pathetic attempt.
I mean, it just seems so chaseable, doesn't it? 222, yeah, I think they've got a real shot of chasing it. And that's where the game has come. That's how much the game has evolved in the last few years. But yeah, it'll be entertaining for sure with Suryavanshi and Jaiswal, and hopefully Rian Parag gets into the act as well. He's due some runs for the Rajasthan Royals. Yeah, they've got some good batters in their ranks, but they're heavily dependent on the top 2 to give them that start.
You're absolutely right. They're number 4 to 8 in the Rajasthan order, is the worst among any size this season. It's 1/2 century, a strike rate of 126, an average of 20. So again, it's great having 2 boys at the top who can get you off to good starts, but they'll need your Parags, your Hetmeyer, who's not today Hetmeyer, Donovan Ferreira, Jadeja, to start coming to the party and helping out the 2 boys at the top.
I think Dhruv Jarrell is such an important player for them, because Yeah, he started the season well. I think he's got a couple of 50s in this season, but after that, he's just struggled a little bit. So if he gets going, then that middle order looks very, very solid and strong as well. But as in, yeah, we're all here to see the 15-year wonder, Vaibhav Suryavanshi, to do something extraordinary and to do something really special tonight.
What's also funny is like Yashasvi Jaiswal is also pretty good and pretty young and exciting at cricket. And it's like he's just an afterthought now,
yeah,
isn't he?
He
right?
just
like,
feels very old, doesn't he? He's around 23. I think he's not that old. But yeah, when you talk about somebody who's 15, then 23 seems very old.
If you're not 15, we don't really care about you, do you,
exactly.
in this year's IPL? With ball in hand then for Punjab, the majority of the attack is pretty familiar with Chahal, Arshdeep, Jansen. They got Stoinis as an option, but we're going to see the first appearance of IPL 2026 for Lockie Ferguson.
It's going to be rapid. I mean, that's what we would hope, that he'll be rapid, because he can bowl around that 145, 150 k's, over 90 miles an hour, which is always exciting. The moment we hear a fast bowler who bowls at 90 miles an hour, everyone just stands up and like, who's this guy? I always say this, but in this format, I always feel you're better off somebody bowling at 130 kilometers an hour, but who's got skills. You look at somebody like Bhuvneshwar Kumar, bowls at around 132, 134 kilometers an hour, the best economy in this year's IPL. He's 37 years old, but the skill set he's got, the variety, the swing, to be able to bowl those Yorkers at the back end. I just feel that bowlers who bowl at that pace can control the ball a lot more than somebody who can bowl at 150 kilometers.
But I do think Ferguson's got the ability to switch things up, but he's got a very, very good slower ball.
Yeah, again, but in this format, there were players like Suryavanshi and Jaiswal, they're waiting for somebody to bowl quick, because they've got such good high-hand coordination and hand-eye coordination. And most of the openers do, they can just hit through the line, and if they got pace on ball, that's exactly what they're looking for.
I would love for like a minute just to go into the mind of Vaibhav Suryavanshi and know what it's like to be 15 and to literally be that good at cricket and have the world at your feet.
I think you will find, I mean, if you can get inside his head, it'll be extraordinary, because I promise you, he doesn't think. He just goes out there with a blank mind and just watches the ball and delivers. I don't think he does a lot of preempts. If you look at his batting, I don't think he's preempting many things. He's just got that ability to pick up length quicker than most batters, which again, something which is very hard to teach. You're just born with it, you know. Some things you're just born with it. You're just lucky. But yes, after that,
must be nice.
Yeah, it must be. It's extra. It's great to be have those skill set, but then you got to work immensely hard, you know, to thrive and to make the best of those abilities as well, which he has done.
It was 36 balls that Suryavanshi took to complete his 100 against Sunrisers last time out, the third fastest in the IPL. The fastest is Chris Gale's 30-ball century back in 2013, while Suryavanshi has a 35-ball ton last year against Gujarat. He also became the first batter to score multiple IPL hundreds and fewer than 40 balls, and the number 473 balls. That's what Suryavanshi needed to reach 1,000 runs in T20s. He is the quickest in men's cricket to that milestone in terms of balls faced. Obviously, in 8 years, the previous fastest was Mitchell Owen in 530. We could probably do a whole day worth of content on numbers he's broken.
He's the only batter, I think, in the history of the IPL to get 3 half centuries within 15 deliveries. Yeah, so in that he has done in this season itself, that he's got 350s, 15 or under.
350s, the 15 of balls
15
fewer.
ball, yeah, it's just
freakish,
it's freakish. It is freakish.
It's going to be Jaiswal to take first ball, and we know that Punjab like to open with Arshdeep and Marco Janssens. They got 2 really, really good, potent, experienced new ball bowlers who will be hoping to see maybe, hopefully, a little bit of swing and movement in the power play. 223 runs is the target for victory. It's going to be Arshdeep Singh coming in to Yashasvi Jaiswal for the first ball A wide ball, Jaiswal driving it out to deep point, and he gets off the mark with a single, and that brings Vaibhav Suryavanshi on strike. Is he going to start with a 4 or a 6, Abhishek?
I'm really thinking what this could be. Yeah, I think swinging the ball away from him, try and go over covers. Yeah, with the swing, over covers for a 4. Let's see.
There we go. I like that. Foolish. A little bit of moving away from the lefty. And Abhishek reckons he's obviously going to take the shot on and try and go big. Arshdeep Singh, one of the best and most potent and more dangerous new ball bowlers in T20 cricket. Vaibhav Suryavanshi then, century last time out, facing his first ball. We've got a deep point, deep backward square leg. Here comes Arshdeep. It was a full ball, a ball that moved away from the left-hander, and Suryavanshi happy just to dig that one out for no run.
I think that's been the feature of his batting. If the ball isn't there, it's not just about going out there and trying to hit everything. If it's a good delivery, he's very happy to either rotate the strike, take a single, and at times, if he needs to block, he's blocking. But yeah, he's a special talent. He's a rare talent. 37 deliveries, 103 in the previous match, and still be on the losing side. That was a bit harsh.
Yeah, well, Kerry always on the losing side. He's got 150, didn't he? Arshdeep Singh coming in then to Vaibhav Suryavanshi. It's another really good ball. Full ball, almost a Yorker. A bit of movement away from the left-hander, and again, Suryavanshi happy to dig that one out. That's 2 really good balls to start.
But also, there is a clear plan from Arshdeep Singh not to bowl length, because he picks the length early and he just hits to the line. So he's going really full Yorker length, and that's a good ploy against Suryavanshi. And he's happy to see the couple of balls through. Didn't try and do anything foolish. But if you look at the strike rate, 232 for the season. But there is somebody who's ahead of him, Priyansharya.
He went right, didn't he, earlier on? Arshdeep Singh coming in then once again to Vaibhav Suryavanshi. It's a full ball, and Vaibhav Suryavanshi just nonchalantly flicks that away into the leg side, and obviously it goes all the way for a 6. Have some of that, Arshdeep Singh.
You know, I think we're just out of words for him. There's just no superlatives left in anyone's dictionary to describe this wonder kid. Not an easy shot to play. Again, after 2 outswingers, he bowled an in-swinger to try and hit the stumps or the pads. It was from the stump he picked that delivery. And the bat flow, the way the bat comes onto the ball, the speed of the bat. Yeah, it's just exceptional.
2 outswinging Yorkers went for a dot ball. The in-swinging Yorker goes for a 6. What now from Arshdeep Singh? This time it's a foolish ball angling away from the left-hander. He picks it up, flicks it into the leg side, and beats the swooper on the leg side boundary. And Vaibhav Suryavanshi, after going dot, goes 6-4.
Yeah, he just watches the ball, hits the ball. If it's there, he's going to go after it. Otherwise, very happy, as I said earlier, to add that variety in his game where he's just happy to block or take a single as well. Even previous season, he was going after everything, but this year he's obviously matured a little bit more. But that should have been stopped by the fielder. A couple of runs extra given. Every run is going to be crucial.
11 runs from the first 5 balls of the first over. Arshdeep Singh short wide, cut away by Vaibhav Suryavanshi. He beats the fielder at deep cover and he gets the boundary. 15 runs have come from the first over, Abhishek.
You're expecting 25, weren't we? The last match he went for 4 sixes in the first over and a dot. It was 24 of his first 5. He's a bit slow compared to that tonight. He's just 14 of his first 5.
You're a harsh critic. You know what I mean, Abhishek. Do better, young man. Vaibhav Suryavanshi, 15 runs coming from that first over. What would you guess the win probability has Rajasthan batting team to
After
win?
that over, I think they'll be on a higher side. They have a better win prediction than Punjab, I would assume.
No.
No, I'm not saying it's from my end. I'm saying on the win probability. I mean,
Rajasthan are favourites to win this game, you reckon? No chance.
I think so.
I was thinking more like 70-30 in favour of Punjab.
Was it?
What do you think? I'm asking. I promise you I haven't looked.
I think it'll be very close. It'll be both. I think one will be in 50s and one will be in 40s.
Okay, 67-33 in favour of Punjab.
Okay, that could change very quickly.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah. Give it one more over of IPAB and then it will change.
Lockie Ferguson can go miles here.
Lockie Ferguson taking the new ball, not Marco Jansen.
Yeah, a bit surprised because of that extra pace maybe.
Ferguson into Jaiswal going over the wicket. A full ball moving away from the left-hander who punches that into the offside. I think it was to Arshdeep who misfielded it. They say never on in a misfield. Jaiswal comes through for the single. There was a shy at the stumps and Jaiswal gets through for the single.
Yeah, he would have carried on running if that ball hit the stumps. He was not even in the picture. Never, ever run in a misfield when the ball has hardly ever gone anywhere. But that's a pretty poor throw from Arshdeep Singh. I think that was 25 feet away.
And then Lockie Ferguson, I mentioned this yesterday, if he was quicker running back to the stumps, he could have taken it down. And
fast bowlers never did that, mate.
If they do, though, they might have had more chance of run-outs. Lockie Ferguson to Vaibhav Suryavanshi. He's going over the wicket. He goes onto the pads and Suryavanshi flicks that to the fielder at mid-wicket for no run.
140 kilometers an hour. Lockie Ferguson, this would be a very interesting matchup. Vaibhav Suryavanshi, number one in terms of the maximum sixes hit in the season, 33. Abhishek, 28. Prayan Sharya, 26. Rajat Patidar, 23. And Shreyas Iyer, 22.
If you'd have told me to guess the top five, I wouldn't have had Patidar in there.
Yeah.
Ferguson comes in, Suryavanshi short and wide outside of the off stump, maybe a little bit too wide. No, dot ball.
Yeah, Rajat Patidar is hitting sixes for fun, mate.
Yeah, no, apologies.
He's batting brilliantly this season in the middle order. I mean, he's such an important player at the RCB.
I sometimes get confused between Patidar and Padikkal.
Oh, Padikkal,
they're both going all right, though, aren't they, at the moment, to be fair? No, it wasn't called a wide. It was a shorter ball and wider ball. Suryavanshi did try and throw his hands at it, but no bat on it, through to the keeper, no runs. There's one run from the first three balls. Ferguson into Suryavanshi, this time on the pull, outside edge, goes over Marco Jansen, the first slip for 4 runs.
See, that's the issue with extra bit of pace. As a batter, if you throw your hands at it, the ball is going to fly, and I promise you the slip is not catching. If that ball is going to slip at the speed of lightning, 150, 155 kilometers an hour, that was way above Marco Jansen. I mean, you wouldn't find many taller cricketers in world cricket, but he needed at least 5 or 6 feet on top of him to get there.
Blessing Muzrabani might be taller than him, but there's not many, is there?
Yeah, not many. He's a very, very tall cricketer, Marco Jansen.
20 without loss after 1.4 overs. Ferguson comes in once again to Vaibhav Suryavanshi, who's 18 from 8. Yorker says Abhishek. He goes for the Yorker, slightly short, in the slot. Suryavanshi just flicks that over mid-wicket for a 6. He times that to absolute perfection. Abhishek Janjawala literally has his hand over his mouth because he can't quite believe how easily Suryavanshi made that look.
And it's just how far the ball travels every time he hits it. Again, that bat swing, the way it comes down, not an easy shot to play. That's a bit of a helicopter of Mahendra Singh Dhoni. No wonder, they both come from the same region, Bihar. But that is an unreal shot from Vaibhav Suryavanshi. What a cricketer he is, man. What a cricketer.
How many times are we going to hear that over the next 25 years? Ferguson to Suryavanshi, 26 without loss. Last ball off the second. Full, slower, in the slot, smack back down the ground. 6 runs.
When did cricket become that easy? That's the question we often ask when we watch Vaibhav Suryavanshi bat. But I promise you, not many players can hit the ball the way he did. I genuinely cannot think of anyone I have played with or I have watched to be able to hit sixes the way Vaibhav Suryavanshi does. And he's 15. I mean, yes, he is 15. He's on 30 of 10 deliveries with 4 sixes already, 3 sixes and 3 fours of his 10 deliveries. It just makes chasing look so easy. Rajasthan Royals, yeah, they're very lucky, and they'll be very lucky if they can hold on to him for a very long time.
Why would they not be able to?
No, it all depends. I mean, as a player, you can at times, I think you can opt to go back to the auction, but I think they will pay him whatever he wants for the rest of his life to keep him.
You think so, right?
Yeah.
Give the man what he wants. Marco Jansen takes the 3rd over. Rajasthan 32. That loss. Shafti Jaiswal is on strike. Short, wide, cut, beats the fielder inside the circle. It goes for 4 runs.
Let's talk about the win predictability now. Let's have a look.
Yeah, okay, it's now 60-40. It's
Yeah.
getting closer
I
and closer.
told you, it's gonna change
I never said
very
that
quickly.
I've never said it wouldn't get closer, but I thought after the first over, it had to be Punjab's favourites.
Yeah, but that's going to flip so quickly. And if we see a wicket here, that can again change towards Punjab. But so as long as these two are there in the middle, I think that's going to keep turning towards Rajasthan Royals. And if they keep going the way they are at the moment, wow.
Jansen into Jaiswal, a ball just outside of the off stump, but on the back foot he just punches that to the fielder, a deep backward point for a single. That might be one of my favourite shots in cricket, just on the back foot, sort of back foot punch into the offside.
And if you can hit it for 4, it just looks so elegant. But at the moment, even though Yashasvi Jaiswal is such a wonderful cricketer, he's such an elegant left-hand batter, but you just want him to take a single. You don't want him to be on strike.
Yeah.
We just don't want to watch Yashasvi Jaiswal, unfortunately.
Yeah. And I think he knows that as well, Jaiswal.
Yeah.
I think he's trying to get off strike, isn't he? It is Suryavanshi back on strike. He's 30 from 10, striking at 300. He's already hit 3 4s and 3 6s. The target for victory is 223. They need 186 runs from 106 balls. The required run rate is 10.5 runs and over. Like, you'd be almost surprised now, but don't chase that down
Absolutely.
with, 10 wickets in hand.
He's got 75 sixes in his career.
How many did you hit in your career?
Oh, don't ask. Don't embarrass me.
I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Jansen into Suryavanshi. Slower ball outside of the off stump, just opens the face of the bat to short third man, Lockie Ferguson. There will be no run.
He's still not happy. He picked the slower delivery. He still wanted to hit that for 4. Yeah. Orange cap leaderboard. He is right at the top. Vaibhav Suryavanshi with 387. And then Abhishek Sharma, number 2 with 380. Strike rate, 239 for Vaibhav and 212 for Abhishek Sharma.
I'm looking at KRL strike rate. 358 runs at 185.
That's
not
the biggest
bad,
surprise.
is it?
Biggest surprise.
Jansen into Suryavanshi. Slower ball outside of the off stump. Smashed over mid-wicket for a 6.
I mean, all we can do is just smile and laugh. And just
Jansen's not.
He doesn't know what to do. He's bowled a very good slower delivery. That's went, I think, 90 meter into the crowd. Again, that fat swing, that power he generates. Such a strong hitter of a cricket ball. And look at the reaction from the bowling coach, Shane Bond. He's like, yeah, thank God I'm not playing cricket. I'm not a bowler.
Jansen into Suryavanshi, a fuller ball angling into left-hander. Again, tried to flick that into the leg side. I think there was an inside edge onto the boot. No run.
Yeah, I think if you're Punjab, you're thinking what to do here. Do we try and get an over, squeeze an over off a spinner, try and see if we can get an off-spinner part-timer to bowl an over and see what it does. Both these players, they love pace. They absolutely love the ball coming onto the bat. Yeah, the game is going to slow down after the first 6 overs, but the way they are going, it might well be over in the first 6 overs if they get 90.
But it's like what Punjab did in the chase of 260 odd. Get so far ahead in the power play, and then you can afford to take your foot off the accelerator a little bit. Jaiswal, Jansen comes into Suryavanshi, steps across from his stump. Nicely bowled from Jansen. He follows him, bowls a Yorker, works it to the fielder at long on. They just take the single, don't they? So the third over goes for 12 runs. Rajasthan Royals are 44 without loss, chasing 223. The current run rate at 14.5 runs and over. The required run rate 10.5 runs and over. Ricky Ponting looks a bit worried, doesn't he?
I think everyone would. The way these two are going, especially not these two, we have to say Suryavanshi is going 37 of 14. Jaiswal 7 of 4. He hardly fades any delivery. Ricky Ponting, I think, he's just trying to send a couple of messages in terms of what bowling changes he wants. I would just love to see a bit of spin. Take that risk. See if you can pick up a wicket here.
Where do they go next? They've had 1 over of Arshdeep for 15, 1 over of Ferguson for 17, and Jansen's 1 over went for 12. Arshdeep is going to take the next over, but the substitute fielder is Harpreet Brar, who played a lot last season for them, was a key part of their team, and he's going to come in as the impact sub, but it's going to be Arshdeep Singh that's going to take the 4th over, and he's got Suryavanshi on strike. We've got a long on and a deep mid-wicket. Does that tell you pace off into the surface?
No, he's going to go full. With that...
And angling in.
Yeah, he's got to go really, really full.
Arshdeep around the wicket to Suryavanshi, nicely called. He does bowl full. Down the leg side, though, called a wide.
Because you cannot go short with that field, even though you've got a deep mid-wicket. There's a massive gap between fine leg and square leg, and especially when you're bowling short, the batter always looks to go between that square leg, fine leg region, especially if it's a pace-on delivery. So I think here, because he hits so many balls around that cow corner, the long-on region, Vaibhav Suryavanshi, you just hope that he mistimes one. And probably that's the reason they've kept those two fielders, and the idea is to try and bowl really full and not allow him the elevation to get it up and over those fielders.
Arshdeep around the wicket to Suryavanshi, it's full, and he just flicks his hands helicopter style, and it goes over deep mid-wicket. So you've literally called what they've tried to do. That's not a bad ball, that was almost a Yorker, and he still manages to pick it up over deep mid-wicket for a 6.
I think you've got to give credit for the planning and execution to the bowler, but that is, again, what a hit. To generate that kind of power from that position, it was a very, very good delivery, and exactly the field was set for that delivery. If he mistimed it, that's going into the hands of either long on or mid-wicket, which is, I still think, is a very good ploy against him. Carry on with that plan, don't change anything, because he's going to miscue one, and that's all you need.
Suryavanshi whipping it, sort of helicopters it over wide, long on. 51 runs for the first wicket partnership. Most of the damage done by Suryavanshi. Arshdeep into Suryavanshi. Oh, it's a full toss. High, down the ground. How far is it? Not far enough. Shreyas Iyer takes the catch. And you have to say, Punjab Kings' game plan works. Arshdeep going around the wicket. A full ball. Suryavanshi looked to go down the ground. Doesn't get an off of it. High in the air. And the captain, Shreyas Iyer, takes the catch. Suryavanshi, it was fun. He goes for 43 runs from 16 balls.
And the whole of Punjab is on their feet, the sigh of relief, because they knew that this guy, if he stayed for another 4 overs, it could be well over for the Punjab. But great execution, great planning from Punjab. And you've got to give a lot of credit to Shreyas Iyer and Arshdeep Singh to come up with that plan and then executing it perfectly. And it only takes one miscue, as I said earlier, and that's exactly what they got. Suryavanshi back in the hat. That was immense amount of pressure on the Rajasthan Royals now, because somebody will have to come and carry on doing exactly what he was doing. But still, what a knock. 43 of just 16. He's given them the start they were looking for.
Low full toss, and Suryavanshi sends it high, high in the sky. Shreyas Iyer running back at mid-off takes the catch. He goes for 43 from 16 balls, 3 4s, 5 6s, striking at 268. The new batter is Dhruv Jurel, who's going nicely so far in this tournament.
He's a class player. He's a class player, Dhruv Jurel. He's very underrated. He just comes quietly and does his job more often than not. And they'll need him desperately if they want to win this game. Strike rate of 156 in his IPL career, close to 1,000 runs now, 912. Yeah, he's had a good career in the IPL so far.
Arshdeep going over the wicket to Dhruv Jurel, who goes onto the back foot. Little bit of width there, and he just opens the face of the bat and plays that to deep backward point for a single.
It just allows Punjab to bring in their spinners a bit early if they want to, because they're now left-hand, right-hand combination. You don't have Vaibhav Suryavanshi. You'll be thinking twice before bringing Harpreet Brar if he was still out there. But again, just miscuing it, trying to go aerial over long on. It was a perfect delivery, low full toss, just could not execute. The bat turning in his hand a little bit as well. And a simple catch for the skipper, Shreyas Iyer, who hardly drops any. He's probably taken one of the greatest catches we have ever seen in this IPL.
And good planning. Credit to the coach, Ricky Ponting. Arshdeep to Yashavsky Jaiswal, full in the slot, smack back down the ground, and he gets 4 runs.
One goes, the other one starts. They never stop, do they, nowadays, in the T20 formats. But again, Yashavsky Jaiswal is due. He's not had a great time in the last few games, so he's due for a big one. Probably tonight is the night they need him.
He's probably thinking, you know what, Suryavanshi, thanks for your quick cameo, pal, but I'm gonna get us over the line here today. I'm Yashavsky Jaiswal. I, a couple of years ago, was a new bright star of Indian cricket.
I think he still is.
Suryavanshi is. Arshdeep into Jaiswal. A little bit of width, a little bit full. It is smacked over mid-off. It goes all the way for a 6. He times that to absolute perfection.
Bit full?
A bit too full, I think. It's just in the slot, in that hitting arc of Yashasvi Jaiswal, who's due for a big score. And again, that is a fabulous cricket shot. Look at the transfer of weight, the power hitting position he is in, and that bat going through the ball and looking to hit down the ground. That's the key, looking to hit straight, presenting the full face of the bat. He has drop chance in the crowd. You've seen far too many drop catches. They need to get better, this crowd.
Arshdeep going around the wicket into Jaiswal. Oh, and he just flicks that, beats the fielder at mid-on and beats deep mid-wicket for a 40. Arshdeep trying to bowl the same sort of delivery to Jaiswal. They got Suryavanshi going around the wicket full, going into the left-hander, and Jaiswal just flicks that and beats the fielder at long on and deep mid-wicket.
There's still a 20-run over, 21 of that over. 66 of 4. They're going as 16 and over. And the win probability now, Rajasthan Royals 51%.
Yeah, they're favourites to win this game of cricket now, chasing 223.
If you got 66 in 4 overs, I mean, the required rate has come down. I mean, you've got to win.
Run rate's below
10 now.
You'd almost be surprised with Jaiswal set, 9 wickets in hand, and an impact sub. You'd almost be surprised if they don't chase this down with 9.5.
Absolutely, and especially in today's time in the IPL. If you look at Punjab, they were 48 for 1 at the same position. They're 66. They're 18 runs ahead with the same number of wickets. And yeah, then plenty of batting to come. And you know, they've got themselves in a position where they don't even need to take any risk to get 9.5 and over. A 1 boundary and over wins you the game.
Outside of the power play, you can almost just nudge it long. Left arm spinner. Harmanpreet Brar is into the attack, bowling to Dhruv Jurel. Harpreet Brar going with a bit of a quicker delivery, and Jurel on the back foot looked to try and cut it, and that nearly beat him and snuck through.
Very skillful bowler. He is a wonderful cricketer. Harpreet Brar, bat, ball, fielding.
Brar into Dhruv Jurel this time. It was a little bit shorter, and I think he gets away with that. Dhruv Jurel trying to pull that into the leg side. Mistimed the shot, came off his pad for no run. Interesting, they went for the spinner as the impact sub, not Vijay Kumar Vaishak.
Yeah, because we saw the ball stopping in the first innings, and probably that's the reason.
Brar into Jurel, and again Jurel on the back foot punches that to the fielder at mid-on, takes the single. Good start to the over though for Brar.
Yeah, very good start. And also you saw Ravi Jadeja being the most economical. Probably that's one of the reasons as well why they have gone for the left arm spinner. They've got plenty of right-handers in the middle order. It's always a good option to have that left arm spinner. He's a very skillful bowler, Harpreet Brar. He's done really well for Punjab in the previous season. I was very surprised that he hasn't got a look in so far in this season.
Brar into Jaiswal, 21 from 7 balls. A full ball just outside the off stump, driven to mid-off, no run. Suryavanshi now, the fastest to 400 runs in a single IPL season. He's gotten there in 167 balls. He beats Russell's record from 2019 by 21 balls.
That's crazy.
Brar into Jaiswal, tried to sort of slog that into, I think he tried to aim for deep mid-wicket region, mistimes it to long on. 2 runs from the 5th over, just like that.
Yeah, as long as he can get away from this over without going for a boundary, he'll be very happy. He's bowled really well. The length, the line, finishing everything on the stumps, asking the batter to take risk if they want to hit a boundary.
Brar coming into Dhruv Jurel, and again another quicker ball angling into the right-hander. On the back foot, cuts that to point, no run. And just like that, after Arshdeep Singh's 2 overs go for 37, Ferguson's first goes for 17, Jansen's first goes for 12, the left arm spinner comes in, bowls an over, goes for 2 runs. Thank you very much.
What a way to stamp your authority in this year's IPL, and just making a statement as well that, you know, you should have probably picked me earlier. Should have played me earlier, even though they haven't lost a single game so far, Punjab. But he does add a lot of value to this team.
You talked about crowd catches earlier. In SA20, and they give away money, to be fair, if you take a catch in the crowd, you honestly see people, and they are grass banks, and it's up for money. They are literally pushing people out of the way.
That'll happen.
Jumping over people to try and take...
Health and safety, isn't it?
I don't want to say this, because I probably sound quite boring. I do sometimes think someone's going to get hurt.
Because somebody's going to just try and jump over somebody's head, and it's going to just snap his neck or something. That could happen.
I agree with you.
That could happen.
But I do think some of the crowd catching in this IPL was pretty pathetic. Ferguson around the wicket into Jaiswal. Full toss on leg stumps, flicked away, beats the fielder at deep back with square leg. He went for the Yorker. It was a full toss. Jaiswal's not missing out on that.
We talk so much about Vaibhav Suryavanshi that we tend to forget how good a player Yashasvi Jaiswal is. He's on 26 of 10 striking at 260. But because he's Yashasvi, because Suryavanshi is 15 and he's so exciting and he scores at the speed of lightning.
How old is he?
Suryavanshi, 15.
Where is he? Yeah, Ferguson going around the wicket
I
to
think
Jai
so,
as well. Fuller ball on his pads, flicked away to deep back with square leg, and he takes a single. You have to be very good on commentary for the next 90 seconds because one of the most important people in the building is currently stood behind us, and he's making me feel very nervous, boss. Please don't touch me. I'm trying to concentrate on the cricket.
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, last year there were a lot of chats about Vaibhav Suryavanshi. Oh, is he actually 14? I said, I don't care if he's 18. Which 18-year has got a 35 ball 100 in the IPL?
Yeah.
You know,
14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Is
For him, it doesn't matter.
Ferguson into Joel. Full toss outside of the off stump. Driven straight to the fielder at cover, Cooper Connolly. One bounce into the hands of Connolly. Cheers, Derek. And there will be no run.
Yeah, you know, and I'm not a huge fan of those chats. So is he really 14? He looks like a baby.
Where did that come from?
Yeah, I mean, you know, people always will find a way.
Right. To try and bring him down.
To try and bring him down or try and bring young... I mean, because he was so good that people couldn't believe that he could be 14 and be that good.
Ferguson into Jarrell. 3 balls left to the power play. Shot the ball pulled into the leg side. It goes all the way for a 6. 6 balls. He faced just 2 runs. It was short. Pulled away. He gets the maximum.
Again, you know, we talk about how good Punjab has looked throughout this tournament. Rajasthan Royals have looked equally good. Yeah, they've lost a couple of games, probably for their own, bad doing. But again, look, today they're looking such a good side, such a balanced side.
Welcome back to the IPL, Lockie Ferguson. 1.4 overs, 28 runs, no wickets. In he comes to Joel, slower ball outside of the off stump, cut into the offside. The fielder at deep backward point does the fielding, takes the single. I wish he maybe thought he spent a bit more time. I think he missed the first half of the IPL because his partner was giving birth. A lot of games to miss, isn't it?
Yeah, but it'll take him time to settle down because, see, again, he's come back to a tournament where the tournament is operating at a completely different level this year. And, you know, he wouldn't have felt that threatened or that under that much pressure ever in the IPL before this tournament.
Ferguson around the wicket to Jar as well. Short and wide outside of the off stump. It's cut over the fielders inside the circle. It goes for a boundary. All the talk about the great batting. That from Ferguson, short, wide. It's a free hit.
You know, all the good work which was done in the previous over by Harpreet Baur has been completely ruined by bowling 3 or 4 absolute long hops in this over.
Power play gone. 6 overs. Rajasthan Royals 84 for 1.
Your live sports station.
Oh, what a move.
This is talkSPORT 2.
Today's coverage is in partnership with Inspired Learning Group, helping families explore UK boarding ages 11 to 18, ILG schools, Ben Strong Academy, sport and pastoral care, so students feel supported and inspired. Schools include Claysmore School in Dorset and the brilliant St Francis College in Hertfordshire. Inquiries open for September 2026. Click the link below to find out more, guys.
Live commentary of the IPL.
It's got hold of that, and that's 10 rows back. Sixer. Boom.
On talkSPORT 2.
IPL commentary on talkSPORT 2. We're also streaming on the talkSPORT Cricket YouTube channel. Give us a wave for us, or not waving, putting the ones to the sky.
Let them know the OTC's here.
The OTC for us, alongside Sam Mellard. For the Rajasthan Royals against the Punjab Kings, we have got a belter on our hands. Punjab batting first, 2-2-2 for 4 from 20 overs, which felt like a pretty good score. The Rajasthan Royals, though, off to a flyer, 84 for 1 from 6 overs. Bra comes back into the attack to Jurel, cutting to point for no run. Vaibhav Suryavanshi faced 16 balls. He struck at just under 343 from 16, 3 fours and 5 sixes. Then he went to Arshdeep. Jaiswal 31 from 12, Jurel 9 from 8, 139 runs needed from 83 balls as Bra comes around the wicket into Jurel. A quicker ball on his pads, punched the fielder at deep mid-wicket. So the current run rate, 13.5 runs and over. That required run rate for Raz is at 10 runs and over, which with 9 wickets in hand feels pretty manageable.
100% the Royals will be very happy with that power play start there. Suryavanshi got him to a great start, and Jaiswal's carrying that on for them as well. And Jurel's taking his hand in, but Bra's carrying on this over very well at his last.
Bra into Jaiswal, a full ball on his pads, flick to the fielder at long on. He takes the single. I think, France, we've got a belter in store here.
100%. If the Royals keep wickets in hand, this will be a great game, taking it deep, and great to see, especially with Bra bowling so well in these middle overs as well. If he carries this on, it'll be really good to see sort of the battles.
Bra goes around the wicket to Jurel, moves away from his stumps, cuts that out to deep cover, takes a single. Win probability has Rajasthan Royals 51% favourite.
It really is a pick'em, isn't it, to be fair? I think it just shows if Brad carries on this performance, it will be really tight. But, you know, if a few looseness go away, or if you get a bad over like Lockie Ferguson's in the last, then that might tip it in more Royals' favour.
Bra to Jaiswal, wide and full outside of the off stump. Jaiswal drives past the fielder at cover, and deep cover then runs round, and it's 2 runs, 1.4 overs. Bra's gone none for 7. It's seriously good stuff. Just bowling stump to stump, keeping it quite simple.
Yeah, he's got his field set and he's not changing from that plan, and it's really good to see him sticking to the plan, and it's working really well for him. He's bowling stump to stump. He's not giving too much width, and it's really working for him.
Final ball then of the 7th. Rajasthan 89 for 1. It's Jaiswal on strike, 34 from 14. Again, it's just a full ball on leg stump, and Jaiswal's happy just to kind of easily work that to deep mid-wicket. Runs through for the single. 7 gone. Rajasthan Royals 90 for 1. 133 runs needed from 78 balls. Have you got any superlatives to add to the Vaibhav Suryavanshi conversation for us?
I don't think I know enough words in my lexicon, to be fair, to describe how good he is.
Lexicon's quite a good word to bring up, isn't it?
I can't really describe him using the word lexicon, though, can I?
I'm impressed you had that word in your vocabulary, big man, you know?
But no, yeah, he's absolutely ridiculous talent. And saying that, though, Jaiswal goes under that radar, doesn't he, when you've got Suryavanshi there? Because he's played this innings to a perfect tee as well, sort of carrying on. And he hasn't really given any chances away as well. It's been quite, not conservative in that speed. He's been expansive, but he's been really safe as well, so it's been good to see.
Time for some leg spin. Yadavindra Chahal coming into the attack, bowling to Jaiswal. Flicked away to deep mid-wicket for a single. Chahal, he had a good start to the season, but in his last 4 outings, just 1 wicket. Economy rate in those games over 11. Has the IPL's highest wicket taker lost his spark? Maybe not just yet, but 225 wickets. A career economy rate of 8 runs and overs is pretty healthy, isn't it? Yeah,
he's a very highly skilled bowler. He knows what he's doing. He's so experienced in this format, so he's unbelievable.
He bowls to Jurel. Slightly shorter ball again on leg stump, flicked away to the fielder at deep backward square leg. So Jurel's 12 from 12, Jaiswal's 36 from 16, 131 runs needed from 76 balls. Rajasthan Royals 92 for 1. They're 4th in the table. A win for them today takes them on to 12, just 1 point behind Punjab. So for all the talk of how well Punjab are doing, Rajasthan also having a really good solid start to this year's IPL campaign for them, as Jaiswal faces up to Chahal, punched along on. They take the single. The Rajasthan Royals winning the IPL once back in 2008. Qualified for the playoffs 6 times, including the final in 2022. So they've come so close, but just yet to get that second title. Again, there's no Shimron Hetmeyer today for Rajasthan. Dasan Shanaka replacing him. They got Parag Ferreira Jadeja to come. as Chahal comes into Jarrell. Quicker ball, backed away, cuts the fielder at a point. No run. Chahal keeping it tight now.
I think Chahal probably got away with one there as well, to be fair, but he is keeping it tight, usually bowling well to his field. And I feel as if the Royals are feeling the pressure maybe with a few dot balls, few singles.
Been a really, really good start for the Punjab outside of the power play as Joel looked to try and open the face of the bat and beat the fielder at short third. He comes through for a single. The 7th over went for 6 runs. The 8th over, so far 4 runs, getting themselves back into this game.
100%, this has been a great over from Chahal so far. If he keeps this without a boundary, that's 2 back-to-back superb overs, and I feel as if Brar will bowl another one after this as well.
Yeah, I reckon Brar might just bowl through here. Chahal into Jaiswal, a full ball again on leg stump, played to long on. They take the single. Another really good over there for Punjab.
Yep, and I think Brar will follow this up with another superb over. This will be a very good middle in for Punjab. And I feel as if these middle overs are absolutely vital as well. But saying that, with how the game has evolved and sort of taken that, the Royals, if they do keep those wickets in hand, that is also key. If they lose wickets in these middle overs, then I feel as if it is Punjab's game to take. But even if they go at a slow run rate but keep Jaiswal there, Jarrell at the crease, maybe only lose one, then they really could be in the driving seat as well.
That's what's so great about T20 cricket. A team can look in control with the bat and they lose all of a sudden 2 wickets in an over or 2, and the game can just change like that. Brar going around the wicket to Jaiswal, continuing full and wide, cuts the fielder a deep cover, and they take the single.
Wickets in hand in this format are so key, and I feel as if Jaiswal and Jarrell might have noticed that they're bowling well, so there's no point throwing it away. We take this deep and we see where we go, because anything can happen towards the end. You can't win at the start, in the middle you can only lose.
Brar to Jarrell on the back foot, pulls that to long on, again takes the single. Yeah, maybe looks like they're happy just to almost kind of consolidate for a couple of overs, get through this kind of tough overs to spin. They'll think with, you know, your Ferreiras to come, your Parags to come, your Shanikas to come, with, you know, if they need 10, 11, 12s in the last 4 or 5 overs with that power to come, they'll bat themselves to chase it down. Brar coming into the end once again, slightly shorter outside of the off stump. Again, Jaiswal cuts that to deep cover. 2.3 overs, Harpreet Brar, none for 11. He might be thinking to himself, why is this my first game of IPL 2026? Where have I been?
He is an extremely skilled bowler and probably will be feeling very hard done by, but this game might put a stamp on get me in the team.
Brar to Jarrell, again a quicker ball outside of the off stump, cut to the fielder a point, and there will be no run. This is really, really good stuff from Brar and Yadavindra Chahal.
And this is getting deserved cheers from the fans as well, because it is brilliant bowling from both spinners in the middle overs here, keeping it extremely tight.
No boundary in 2.4 overs. Brar comes into Jarrell, and again he's happy this time just to drive it to long off and take the single.
As we said again, I think they probably have recognised the bowlers are bowling well, and we don't want to throw our wicket away here in order to take it deep. So I think that is the correct decision as well, especially in this format.
The required run rate is now above 11 runs and over. Jaiswal is on strike, throws his hands at a wider ball, beats the fielder at cover, and the sweeper on the offside boundary can't get round and field that ball. That's the first boundary the Harpreet Brar is going to concede. A little bit too much width. Jaiswal throws his hands at it and gets a much needed boundary.
I think the Royals fans will be very happy to see a boundary come through in them overs, just sort of take a bit of pressure off their shoulders. But again, I feel as if the batsmen do feel fairly comfortable in this situation. But that again will be a nice boost for them going into this next over.
That was the first boundary outside of the power play. Went through 2.5 overs without finding the fence. The Rajasthan Royals are 103 for 1. After 9, Jarrell's got 15, Jaiswal's got 44. The partnership now worth 52 runs from 34 balls. The current run rate in 11.5 runs and over. The required run rate a touch below 11. Chahal comes into the attack once again. Jarrell coming down the track, just knocks that back to the bowler. There will be no run.
Jarrell looking to use his feet there, but adjusted well to a brilliant delivery by Chahal there. Again, you don't want to run past one day and call yourself a short day, so well, good bit of cricket there.
Jurel on strike. Chahal slightly shorter, pulled away into the leg side, just take the single though. Are you gearing up for the new season, or is that big middle finger causing you problems?
No, our season started now. I played my first game of the season on the weekend. Probably the less said about that, the better. We didn't have the greatest game, but the week before we got off to a win. So 1 win, 1 loss. We'll take it as we got promoted last season. So first year in the Prem for us. Okay, that's good stuff. Jaiswal on strike, 44 from 21. Chahal is going to bowl over the wicket to Jaiswal. Shorter width, cut away to the fielder at deep point. How did you go in the first couple of games yourself? Tell us more. Yeah, so it was my first game in the season on the weekend. Didn't go too well. Coming at 4, only scored 4, so not too bad. We got absolutely hammered as well, so yeah, it wasn't a great shot for us. I got caught. It wasn't a great shot, probably the wrong line. Went to flick it, but it was a bit too straight, and I've sort of leading edge, caught a point. So yeah, it was very poor showing from me. Bit of rustiness though, first game of the season. Yeah, I'll put it down with that. Chahal, full toss into Jurel. That's gone high. That should be out. Oh, it is out. The fielder Marco Jansen at long on takes the catch. It was a full toss. It was asked to be hit. Jurel goes high, and he picks out the fielder at long on, and I just wonder, is he asking the question, was that a little bit too high for us? Jurel's staying at the crease. I think he is asking that question of a no ball, but I'm not too sure. On first look, it didn't look a no ball, to be fair, so we'll see what that review is saying. But Jurel staying there, standing firm. But again, that will be a big miss for the Royals. A new man coming in, especially when these bowlers are bowling so well. He also probably can't quite believe he didn't smack that away to the fence for a boundary. It was a full toss from Chahal. That was probably one of the only bad balls Chahal's bowled, but you know what they say, not the greatest balls can get wickets sometimes, don't they? So let's have a listen then to the third umpire. Is this a no ball on height to Jurel? Oh, that is not a no ball at all, is it, on height? I'll confirm that with the graphics, please. Yeah, I mean, let's get on with the game, right? I'd walk off, Drove, if I was you. Early shower for Jurel. Just couldn't really find any fluency, could he there? He faced 19 balls for just 16 runs. And yeah, he's not going to be saved there on height, is he, for us, I don't think. 100%, and to be honest, I think he will be kicking himself because that ball should have went all the way. And I'm quite surprised, as you said, Sam, as to how it didn't. So yeah, I feel as if he will be very disappointed in that one. It was a juicy full toss on the stumps. He should have hit it all the way out of the ground, but he picks out the fielder at long on. Just quite high up on the bat there, wasn't it? Didn't get in the middle at all, and it didn't get there. Original decision, fair delivery. The calculated decision on replay confirmed that it was a fair delivery, and by some distance. So Jurel, who has been in good touch in this tournament, has scored quickly, wasn't able to do that today. He goes for 16 runs from just 20 balls, and the second wicket has fallen for the Rajasthan Royals. Jurel goes for 16, RO 105 for 2. 2 balls left to the 10th and outside of the power play. They've just lost a little bit of momentum. And when you're chasing 220 odd, I mean 16 of 20 is a bit of a stinking innings, isn't it? Yeah, it's not what you want. I think they did sort of realise that they wanted to keep wickets in hand, but you still need to keep the scoreboard ticking. And he was ticking at a slow rate. Saying that though, would you rather keep him in and have them wickets in hand? But we've got Parag coming in now, so hopefully he can sort of kick on a bit more and have a better start than Jurel did. Rian Parag, the captain this season, 88 runs in 8 innings at a strike rate out of 112. 4 to 8 this season for Rajasthan Royals, have been struggling badly. Chahal comes in to Parag, who just defends that back to the bowler. They got just 1 half century from batters 4 to 8, a strike rate of 126, an average of 20. So they need the middle order to start scoring runs, and I guess they need the middle order today. Skipper's knock is needed. Chahal into Parag, slog sweep into the leg side. Has he found the gap on the leg side? Yes, he has. Timed nicely. And Parag, second ball, gets 4, sweeping into the leg side for 4 runs. Yeah, big skipper's knock needed, but I think that will do Parag's confidence good because he didn't really quite catch that all well, I think. Just got the bottom of the bat there, but it went all the way, so good to see him get off the mark. 6 runs from that over and a wicket. So after 6 overs, they were 84 for 1. The run rate was 14 runs and over. Outside of the power play,
Bra's bowled 2 overs, first one for 6, then 8. Chahal's bowled 2 overs, first one for 5, second one 6, and he's got the wicket as well. Bra will carry on, no surprise, none for 16 from 3 overs to Jaiswal going around the wicket. And there is a clear game plan here, isn't there? They're going short and wide, and again, Jaiswal cuts but finds the fielder at deep point.
The plan from Shreyas Iyer has been brilliantly well executed by Chahal, by Bra, ball into their field, and they haven't strayed away from it once, and it really is showing in the economy that they're bowling.
Short while ago, the win probability had Rajasthan as slight favourites. Now it's got Punjab as 65% favourites. Bra comes into Parag. He drives that bat down the ground. The fielder at long off does the fielding. I guess he's still got Jaiswal there, which is a good thing for them.
Yeah, definitely needed there. They need a set batsman. It really is important there. But he just needs people to bat with him and bat around him. So as long as he stays there and people bat around him, they will be in with a good chance.
Bra to Jaiswal, width driven to cover. There will be no run. I mean, the required run rate is still under 12s. And we know with the power they've still got to come, it's still manageable. And a couple of bigger overs, they're all of a sudden find themselves quickly back into the game. Bra full ball on middle stump, and Jaiswal flicks that out to deep mid wicket, or long on even. Marco Jansen is quite wide, and they take the single. Harpreet Bra has got 2 balls left of a spell, none for 19. He's conceded 1 boundary in the spell so far.
Again, they've bowled absolutely brilliantly, and I think Jaiswal's accepted that, and I really do think he doesn't want to take too many risks and get out. I think he wants to see these guys out.
Bra to Parag, reverse sweeping, and he goes over the fielder at short third, and he gets 6 runs. That is timed to absolute perfection. Reverse sweep, 6 runs, lovely shot from Parag.
Parag may be taking the opposite direction here and taking that risk, but that risk has proved rewarding in this ball. A beautifully executed reverse sweep there, and yeah, it's gone all the way. So that is great to see so early on in his innings.
Audacious and timed to perfection. Last ball of Bra spell driven back to him. He gets out of the over. 4 overs, none for 25. That is a wonderful spell. He bowled 1 in the power play, and then outside of the power play he goes for 6 runs, 8 runs, and then in that over, despite going for a 6, he goes for 9 runs. 11 overs gone. The Rajasthan Royals are 118 for 2, 105 runs needed from 54 balls. That current run rate is at 10.7. The required run rate climbing and climbing, 11.5 runs and over. Jaiswal unbeaten on 47. Parag has 11 from 5. But yeah, that was a wonderful reverse sweep there from Parag, getting it over backward point, and it carries all the way for a 6. Spin to carry on. Chahal 1 from 11 from 2. Bowling to Jaiswal's been quiet outside of the power play. He bowls a full toss, and that is that's a lovely shot. Deep mid wicket and long on, run around to the left and right hand side respectively. And Yadavindra Jaiswal gets to 50 with a 4. Full toss, flicked away into the leg side, and no Suryavanshi at the crease, but Jaiswal says, I'll take responsibility. 51 from 26, 7 4s and a 6, and he's still at the crease.
Yeah, it's a great innings by Jaiswal here. He's took up, he's stepping up, and it really does seem that he will be the man to hopefully take them to the end. So he's brought his 50 up with a bicep.
That'll be a wide from Chahal, way wide, well kept, and the score moves on to 123 for 2 into the 12th. Jaiswal 51 from 26. Chahal 1 for 16 from 2.1. A slower ball, and Jaiswal tries to go down the ground, but he hasn't got enough of that, and it's caught by the fielder at long off. Big moment, big wicket. Jaiswal goes for 51, slightly slower, outside of the off stump, tries to go down the ground, mistimed the shot, caught at long off. Jaiswal goes for 51. Rajasthan Royals 123 for 3 into the 12th.
That is the wicket that Punjab very well needed, and they've got it. Chahal bowled absolutely brilliantly. Jaiswal's just got right under it there, sky high and well taken. It was never going to get dropped.
They've been really good outside of the power play. The 2 spinners have kept things tight. Bra's pretty much bowling stump to stump. Chahal looks like he's trying to bowl way outside of the off stump to Jaiswal, who we've seen cut a lot to the fielder on the offside boundary. But this time he picks out the fielder at long off, and he has to go for 51. And with that required run rate at 11.5 runs and over, Lots will be on. The South African finisher, Donovan Ferreira, coming to the crease at number 5. There's no Shimron Hetmeyer today, who's got 72 runs in just 6 innings, averaging 14 for the tournament. 100 runs needed for Rajasthan, 52 balls.
It's a big ask for 2 new batsmen at the crease here. You do want one set to sort of take you to that end, but it's a big ask for Ferreira and Parag. Parag will need to step up and provide that skipper's knock here. But again, it will be really difficult with how well Chahal and Brat are bowling here.
1, 2, 3 for 3 into the 12th. 100 runs needed from 52 balls. Rian Parag has 11 from 5. Donovan Ferreira now facing first ball. Required run rate, 11.5 runs and over. In comes Chahal, slightly shorter, and on the back foot, just punch to the fielder at long on, and they take the single. You still love getting out there on a Saturday afternoon and playing club cricket?
You can't beat it, can you? Do you know what I mean? That's what you play the game for. It is really good fun, playing with your mates, having a good laugh. Even when you get beat sometimes, it's a good laugh to do with your mates.
But no afternoon tea anymore?
No teas, which is an absolute disgrace, to be honest. I have to sort of make my own, which is no good. Just take a yoga ball with me.
Yeah, Chahal coming in to Farag, the Rajasthan Royals captain, shorter, just tucked into deep mid-wicket. They take a single. In fact, they're going to come back for 2! And he goes keeper's end. And I think Parag's fine. I think they maybe should have thrown it at the non-striker's end. Yeah, no, I mean, put your lunch and your tea. That's part of the joy of playing club cricket, isn't it?
To be honest, that's half of the reason I used to play, because some of the clubs served an absolutely cracking tea, so it's no good having to get up a bit earlier in the morning to sort my own tea out. Sometimes I'm lucky my mum might make me a sarnie or 2, but most of the time I just sort myself out.
Good on her, right? Got to look after the little lad, right?
She's a superwoman, she is.
Good. What's her name?
Mervish.
Chahal coming in to Parag, who just nudges that nearly back to the bowler, takes a single. It's in club cricket where, you know, if you're the one that gets 100 or gets a 5-wicket haul, you've got to buy the jug. I've never understood why you have to buy the jug. Surely it's literally the other way around. You get bought the jug because you've scored the runs or got the wickets.
To be honest though, most stuff in club cricket probably doesn't make sense, does it, Sam? So I think that is sort of the ritual, and it'll probably stay like that.
No, I don't want to take a 5 for get my team, that's a no-way, and get my team over the line and then have to fork out for a jug. Is this a moment though for Rajasthan Royals to gain some momentum? Chahal's bowled a no ball, just slightly overstepping there, and this will be a free hit for Donovan Ferreira for us.
It'll just allow Ferreira to have a bit more freedom, knowing obviously he can't get out. Just sort of maybe change things up and see how we can put Chahal away from some runs here.
What does Chahal bowl then to Ferreira? Free hit. Ferreira comes down the track. It was slightly quicker ball from Chahal and it was driven too long on. We have 1 ball left to the 12th for Rajasthan, 129 for 3.
Ferreira definitely wanted to use that no ball, try and use his feet, take the stumping out of it. But again, it was nicely bowled from Chahal and just went for the single.
Last ball of the 12th, winning probability has Punjab at 70% now. Well, that changes after every ball. That drives me mad, that does, I'm not going to lie. Chahal comes in to Parag, who getting happy just to almost just work that, nudge that into the leg side. Chahal chases after his own bowling. They get 2. His throw to Shreyas Iyer nearly goes to the boundary, but Shreyas Iyer saves that. Thanks for Abhishek Janjanwala back alongside myself, Sam Ellard. 12 overs gone, 131 for 3, 92 runs needed from 48 balls. How are you seeing this, Abhishek?
Yeah, I think it's a 60-40 game. Tilting a bit towards Punjab at the moment because it's just they're 1 wicket away. They don't have a lot of batting in the back end of the innings. The middle order hasn't really fired. The skipper is out of form. Rian Parag, though, he's looked pretty decent so far in this game. 16 of 6, but 16 of 8. Beg your pardon. But can he get them over the line? That's the big question with both Chahal. I mean, he's got 1 left, and other spinners just bowled out.
Yeah.
So this is where Rajasthan Royals will feel that they have an opportunity against the fast bowlers. And if we compare both sides, Punjab were 127 for 2, so they were actually 4 runs short.
Janssen into Ferreira, tucked into the leg side for a single.
But again, then what works for Punjab in Punjab's favour, that they don't have the pressure of chasing, and also their middle order is pretty sorted. They're very well performing, where Rajasthan Royals, they've struggled throughout the season so far with their middle orders. So somebody will have to take the responsibility, and it's a great responsibility for the skipper to put his hands up, because he's due for a big one, hasn't he?
Again, that required run rate, still 11.5 runs and over. Janssen with a slower, shorter ball, and Parag tries to open the face of the bat and work that over the keeper. No bat on it, goes through to the keeper, no run.
Very well bowled by Marco Janssen. Required rate just getting close to that 12 mark. What they have to keep a close eye on, that required rate doesn't go 14, 15. That's where you start getting into a very, very difficult territory. At the moment, it's still okay. Under 12, they need a couple of boundaries and over, which is very doable.
Janssen to Parag going over the wicket. Fuller ball, slower ball, nicely bowled, towards into the leg side. And again, they just take the single.
And this is what we saw in the first innings when Punjab was batting as well, because at that time, around that 13th, 14th over mark, where the ball got a bit softer, the bowlers took a lot of pace off, and the surface also started holding a bit more. So this is where it can get tricky for Rajasthan Royals, with a lot of changes from the bowlers. Marco Janssen, he's a terrific cricketer. There's so much skill.
Got a deep point, a long off, a long on, a deep mid-wicket, deep square leg, out with the ring. Shorter ball, wider ball. Was that played through third man and backward point, or was that just come off the edge?
I think it just came off the bottom part of the bat, but that's a terrible delivery. With the point and third inside the 30-yard circle to bowl a pace-on delivery so far outside the off stump, you're always asking for trouble as a bowler. It's got to be on the stumps. Those are easy pickings. Easy picking for the batter.
Yeah, he goes through point and short third. He gets through the gap, and it's a boundary for Donovan Ferreira, his first one of his innings. He's faced 4 balls for 7 runs. Yeah, the seamers were expensive in the power play. Arshdeep, 37 runs from 2 overs. Ferguson, 33 runs from 2 overs. Again, this time it's a slower ball, a bit fuller outside of the off stump. Goes through to the keeper, Prav Simran, comes off his pads, and they will take a bye.
They're looking a bit sloppy at the moment, Punjab. They've got to pull things back again. If the slower delivery is working and the batters are finding it hard, why go back to the pace-on delivery? You know, again, you look at those numbers, some of the terrific players in this emerging player list. Suryavanshi again leading the chart, Prayansharya, Raghuvanshi. There's Prince Yadav, who's, I think, exceptional with the ball.
Janssen into Parag, a full toss on his pads, flicked away to deep backwards square leg, and they take the single. Can you be the best player in the world and still be up for the emerging player of the tournament award?
You can be, because if you're only 15, yes, I'm sure you can be. But what a story. I mean, this will be one of the best stories in world cricket for a long time, Vaibhav Suryavanshi, and I think it'll be there will be a lot of case study on him as well, that how can you be that good at that age against the best in the business? You know, yeah, I mean,
I wish I knew the answers to that question.
I mean, you know, to a lot of players, it takes around 13, 14 years to hone your skills, to, you know, carry on doing it hours after hours. Then by the time you're 18, 20, after doing that for the last 13, 14 years, you get to a level where you can compete at that level. He's only 14.
Absolutely scary stuff. Chahal's bowled 3 overs, 2 for 24. He's back into the attack. 84 runs needed from 42 balls. Parag's on strike, 18 from 11. And Parag goes over deep mid-wicket and gets 6. Maybe a slightly quicker ball from Chahal, angling into the right-hander. And Parag picked that one up quickly. Times that to perfection. Goes a long way back. Didn't look like he hit that too hard.
But one of the hardest shot to go across the line against somebody like Yuzi Chahal again. He picked the length early. He picked that it was a quicker delivery. She's got the talent, Ryan Parag. He has done it previously in the IPL, and hence he's been given the responsibility to lead the side. I just think tonight is the night where they need him desperately. They need the captain, they need their leader to show up.
Chahal into Parag, reverse sweep, and beats the fielder at short third and point. Goes through the gap. Parag has 28 from 13. Lovely shot.
Yeah, he saw an opportunity. This is the last over probably of spin. Let's try and get a 15-20 of this over, bring that required rate down under 10 again. Skillful, very skillful. That was a slower delivery. He again predicted really well. After the quicker delivery, the previous one, he knew that he's going to toss it up a little bit, bowl it a bit slower, and he brings out his reverse sweep.
Parag on strike, 28 from 13. It's a fuller ball, almost Yorker length, and there'll be no run there. Doesn't manage to get that shot away. Look at that recent form. He's really struggling. It must be hard being the captain and struggling for runs, right? Because you must have so much going on in your mind.
Yeah, you got to manage so many things. You got to look after so many things. You got to think so many things through. And then at the same time, you got to think about your batting.
Chahal into Parag. So a slightly fuller ball but slower ball again, and Parag just turns out to deep mid-wicket and takes the single. I wonder if Cooper, we don't think Cooper Connolly is able to bat, but I wonder if he was, to bowl, sorry. Maybe that they'd gone, Brar went well left arm, but maybe they would have given Cooper Connolly an over Punjab.
Yeah, I mean, there's no harm trying, because we have seen that spinners have been effective. The ball is holding onto the surface. There's a hint of turn on that pitch as well. At the moment, that wind predictor, I think, is shifting. 73 required of 38 deliveries. They need a wicket here, Punjab, and that will really tilt the wind predictor again on their favour.
Chahal into Ferreira, who just punches out on the back foot to long off and takes the single. He moves on to 8 runs from 6 balls.
You no need to panic. 72 of 6 is doable. It's around 12 and over. And there will be an over where they'll get 15-20.
So the required run rate, 11.5. Do you think if you said to these two you need 12s off the last 2 or 3, do you think they take that?
Yeah.
Because they'll back themselves to hit a 6 or 2 in an over.
Especially with 7 wickets in hand. You've got to chase that.
Chahal comes into Parag. It's a slower ball. Rian Parag picks out the fielder a deep mid-wicket. Oh my goodness me. Off the final ball of Chahal's spell, Parag goes. It was a slower ball on leg stump. Parag literally plays it straight into the hands of deep mid-wicket. He goes for 29 runs. Ended the 14th. Rajasthan Royals 151 for 4.
You see, it's good to play those cameos, 29 of 16, but I mean, you've now let your team down. Being the captain, you've now let your team down in so many ways. You've already got 12 of this over. Just take a single, make it a 13, start again for the next over. You've got the fast bowlers coming in. There's no more spin. Much easier to hit. But yeah, that's where you need to be a bit better as a batter. A new batter comes in, Punjab were under immense pressure.
We have our final timeout. Rajasthan Royals 151 for 4 of 14. One more quick break, then the final part of the run chase. 72 runs are needed from 36 balls on talkSPORT 2.
Ultimate Sports Radio.
What a moment!
This is talkSPORT 2.
And today's coverage is in partnership with Inspired Learning Group, helping families explore UK boarding ages 11 to 18, ILG schools, Ben Strong Academy, sport and pastoral care, so students feel supported and inspired. Schools include Claysmore School in Dorset, St Francis College in Hertfordshire. Inquiries open for September 2026. Click the link below to find out more.
Live commentary of the IPL.
It's got hold of that, and that's 10 rows back. Sixer.
Boom. On talkSPORT 2.
It's IPL commentary on talkSPORT 2, also streaming on the talkSPORT Cricket YouTube channel. We have got a fun final 6 overs in store. Punjab Kings 222 for 4 from their 20 overs. In reply, Rajasthan 151 for 4 from 14. So 72 runs needed from 36 balls. Current run rate 10.7. Required run rate bang on 12s. What is to come? Jaiswal made 50. Suryavanshi 43. Parag just went for 29. So Donovan Ferreira is at the crease. And we have now got the Rajasthan Royals in-fact sub, Shubman Dubey, who's just come to the crease. Sam Millard, Abhishek Janjanwala are with you on talkSPORT 2 and the talkSPORT Cricket YouTube channel. Required run rate is 12s, 4 down. How do you see it, Abhishek?
Yeah, I just feel that with that wicket, the chances of winning shifted massively towards Punjab. And 2 new batters in, it's always difficult.
Arshdeep to Ferreira, slower ball, wider ball, cut to the fielder at cover, there will be no run.
It's surprising Marcus Stoinis hasn't bowled on over so far.
I think he only bowled 2 overs in the whole tournament so far.
Yeah, he hasn't really. And they have not needed him either, because the bowlers have done their part. They're bowling really well. As long as he can keep striking the way he did earlier, I think Punjab will be pretty happy. Again, you know what I like about Yadavindra Chahal? After getting hit for 11 or 12 in that over, after getting hit for a 6, still tosses the ball up. Still be brave to ask the batter to go after him.
But also it looked like he was bowling really, really slowly as Arshdeep comes into Donovan Ferreira. It's a full toss, and there is an inside edge, takes a vicious bounce, beats the goalkeeper then, beats the wicketkeeper, but he did almost try and save that, didn't he, sort of goalkeeper style. That's fortunate for Ferreira, he gets 4 runs.
I think he would have beaten the goalkeeper as well. So yeah, and they needed a bit of luck. Donovan Ferreira, again, a bit of a hack really. It was a full toss there, getting an inside edge, flew over the wicketkeeper. Was a slower delivery, good change up at the end by Arshdeep. He bowls very well at the back end of the innings with his Yorkers and the slower deliveries. And hence I feel that even 12 and over from here is going to be a challenging ask for the Rajasthan Royal batters.
Yeah, the required run rate is bang on 12 runs and over, 68 needed from 34 balls. Arshdeep comes into Ferreira, a fuller ball and wider ball, and Ferreira just slaps that to the fielder at deep point, and he takes a single.
This will be challenging with Shubham. It's come out to bat at a very, very tricky situation. Yeah, Riyan Parag should have stayed at least for the next 3 or 4 overs. Things would have been very different. The outcome could have been, I mean, they could still win the game. But I think if Riyan Parag stayed for another 3 or 4 overs, you know, he would have made sure that the Rajasthan Royals gets over the line. But now again, he's hoping that somebody comes off, somebody plays an absolute blinder from here. 67 of 33 is a tall ask.
Here's the impact sub. And he's going to have a serious impact here if Rajasthan are to chase this. Now it's doable. Again, that required run rate is just starting to get higher and higher. Now over 12 runs and over, our win probability has Punjab 67% favourites. Arshdeep then, 1 for 42 from his 2.3 overs. Comes into Shubman Dubey. I think he went for the Yorker, got it slightly wrong. It was in the slot on the pads, flicked away, and Yadavindra Chahal at deep fine leg cannot save the boundary. 4 runs to Shubman.
It's always difficult, you know, it seems that you should have stopped, but at the pace the ball is travelling in these really, really quick outfields, to time everything, got to get everything right in the boundary as a fielder. Yes, again, Yadavindra Chahal, not the best in terms of ground covering, but yes, he got there at the end, but just couldn't get his hand down at the right moment.
A decent start for Shubman Dubey, the impact substitute. 63 needed from 32 balls. Arshdeep Sting's been expensive this evening. This time it's a slower ball, a shorter ball, pulled into the leg side, deep square leg. I thought was interested for a second, but it falls short of him, and Shubham takes a single. So he's 5 from 2, and Ferreira's back on strike.
It's a much better delivery, much better choice of delivery. A slower delivery dug into the surface. Always difficult when you just walk in. You need a bit of pace on ball, which he got in the first delivery. They're looking some extraordinary catches this season, but for me, this catch of Shreyas Iyer in the boundary,
it's not his catch.
I mean, it's not his catch, but what he did with that catch. Yeah, it's a shame, isn't it?
It goes down to the scorebook as Bartlett's catch, right? Yeah, one of those remarkable ones where it was caught on the boundary, and as he's diving over, he throws it back in field. Arshdeep Singh comes into Ferreira. Oh, that's a freebie. 4 runs, full ball outside of leg stump. Donovan Ferreira just flicks that round the corner. Big shot, fine leg, and he ends with a boundary. Donovan Ferreira moves on to 17. 15 overs completed. The score is 165 for 4. 58 needed from 30 balls. That required run rate now 11.5 runs and over.
That's a very poor over. That's a really, really poor over after getting Riyan Parag out in the previous one. He had to bowl 3 long hops in 1 over. It's just not good enough from Arshdeep Singh. 58 required now. A lot will depend on Marco Jansen.
351 runs,
Yeah.
3 overs,
too much.
Singh. Going at 17. Never seen that before. Come on then, battle ball. Who's winning?
See, I still feel that this is Punjab's game to lose because they're practically a wicket away. You know, there's a lot to do for the Rajasthan Royal batters, but from Punjab's perspective, they just need to get 1 wicket here.
Marco Jansen back into the attack. He's got Shubham on strike, pace off ball, and Shubham tries to pull that into the leg side. Didn't pick the slower ball, under edge, and they get a single. Rajasthan Royals 166 for 4 into the 16th over. 57 needed from 29 on talkSPORT 2 and the talkSPORT Cricket YouTube channel.
Yeah, you still have batters. I mean, you've got Jadeja, Jofra Archer. We know that he can come down the order and hit a couple of lusty blows as well. But I just feel that if you're left to score 30 runs of the last 2 overs, that is going to be a very, very difficult task.
Yeah, it does feel sort of state the obvious that there is so much on this partnership. Jansen comes into Donovan Ferreira, really, really good Yorker, and Ferreira plays that to long on, and they take the single.
Yeah, from Punjab's point of view, they just need 2 bowlers to turn up and bowl a couple of overs where they just go for 7 or 8. And then suddenly the required rate jumps up.
Showing a replay of that Jurel stumping against Cameron Green. I mean, how much ground does he have to make up going down the leg side? It's absolutely remarkable.
And also to have the skill to be able to just back flick the ball and hit the stumps at the same time, all in one motion.
56 needed from 28 balls. Shubham Dubey on strike. The impact substitute, 6 from 3. Jansen going around the wicket. A fuller ball outside of off stump, and Shubham slams that over deep mid wicket, and he gets the maximum shot.
Wow, I was not expecting that. Pick the slow delivery so early, and off she goes over long on for a massive, massive shot. Massive blow, that is humongous from Shubham.
You like the idea of going around the wicket? Left arm as left-hander?
I just feel that he's got such a good sight of that delivery when you're bowling with that angle, especially with such an old ball. He just managed to use that angle and pump it through. And I also feel the Yorker, bowling Yorker from around the stumps becomes a bit harder to execute. When you're coming over the stumps, it's a much easier delivery to bowl on the middle stump.
Got Suryavanshi, didn't it? Maybe they're just thinking sort of go for a similar plan. So Shubham Dubey, he's only faced 4 balls, already hit 12 runs of 4 and a 6. Jansen continues to go around the wicket, will try and get in that Yorker. This time though, it's in the slot, on off stump, slam back down the ground. It's another 4 runs for Shubham.
Yeah, it just, with that angle, if you don't execute 100%, you're always asking for trouble. He's just seeing the ball so well, and it just, with that angle, it allows him to hit the ball on either side of the pitch as well. When you come over the stumps, you can bowl nail your Yorkers on the middle stump with 3 fielders outside the 30-yard circle on the leg side. The batter doesn't have a lot of options to go through the offside. But with that angle, you can go through the offside, through the onside, much easier.
Jansen this time goes back to over, shorter and wide. No shot played by Shubham. It is called a wide ball by the umpire, Nitin Mellon.
And those couple of boundaries have really given them the momentum they were looking for. Rajasthan Royals after losing their skipper. And now the win prediction, Rajasthan Royals on 61% and Punjab Kings on 38%. That'll keep shifting with every 6, every 4, every wicket. I don't think we should put too much focus on that.
It literally does jump a drastic amount after 1 ball. It's a little bit, it's like a kid running it. Marco Jansen, that's a really good Yorker to Shubham, going back over the wicket. For goodness me, Shubham with a deft touch, opening the face of the bat, beating the fielder a backward point in short third, but Marcus Stoinis runs back and they will take 3 runs. That is where I've got sympathy for. That's a pretty good Yorker on off stump, isn't it? But the skill, the hand movement, to be able to open the face of the bat is brilliant from the left-handed batter.
Yeah, but still it's just a couple of runs. It's not a 4 or a 6. And that's what I meant. When you're coming round the stumps, it just allows you to use that angle. I'm a bit surprised. They're showing it's just 1 run. Yeah, probably he thought he's going to go for the boundary, and hence they didn't bother running.
Oh, you're absolutely right. That's outrageous stuff from Shubham. He stops running because he thinks it goes for a 4, and they end up just running a 1. That is the definition of village.
It is definition of village. That could cost them the game.
Janssen, throw a ball outside of the off stump. Ferreira is happy to open the bat into the offside. I don't think I've ever seen that before in professional cricket in a long time.
Imagine losing the game by 1 run. By 1 run. What are you going to be thinking? I mean, how can... The rule is, till the ball touches the boundary, keep running. Sprint as hard as you can. Unless you've absolutely leathered the ball. Yeah, that was really, really childish. That was absolute village from... I mean, I would have to say that was village from Shubham. Not so much from...
Well, Ferreira was running hard, wasn't he? But Shubham just stopped.
Yeah.
I mean, even I can say as a man that hasn't played much cricket, even I can say that I know you run, don't you, until the ball gets to the boundary or yeah. We have 4 overs left. 43 needed of 24 balls. Donovan Ferreira is 19 from 12. Shubham is 17 from 6. 4 overs left. Lockie Ferguson will bowl 2. Arshdeep will bowl 1. Marco Jansen will bowl the other one. It's going to be Donovan Ferreira on strike then, 19 from 12. Mid-off is in the circle, by the way. Again, going around the wicket to Ferreira. 4 ball outside of the off stump. Ferreira doesn't make contact with the ball, goes through to the keeper. There will be no run.
See, this is something Lockie Ferguson is known for. Bowling Yorkers after Yorkers in the final overs of the innings. That's his skill set. That's where he specializes. And if he can nail 4 or 5 Yorkers in an over, it gives Punjab an opportunity here because he's still got 2 overs left.
Dot ball off the first ball. 43 from 23 needed again. Tries to execute that wide Yorker, but this time it goes a little bit too wide, and that will be called a wide by the umpire.
And the captain wouldn't mind if he bowls a couple of wides here and there, as long as he doesn't go for boundaries. That just keeps on increasing the required rate for Rajasthan Royals, and if he can pick up a wicket, that will be gold.
Game is nicely poised, but in even contests, Punjab batting first, 222 runs on the board. Lockie Ferguson then continues to go around the wicket to Donovan Ferreira. It's a full toss outside of off stump. Donovan Ferreira's eyes lit up, threw his hands at that ball, beats him on the outside edge, goes through to the keeper. There will be no run. Dot, wide dot.
Yeah, 2 dots literally is like gold. At this point, you're not expecting a lot of dots from the batting unit, especially when both batters are said they've phased. I mean, Ferreira has faced 14 deliveries. Shubham still young to the crease, 17 of just 6 deliveries. And now go on the stumps, try and get a wicket here.
Ferguson to Ferreira, again going around the wicket. That's beautifully bowled. It's a slower ball. Donovan Ferreira goes through the shot way too early. And you have to say, dot, wide, dot, dot to start the, 17th over. This is brilliant death bowling from Ferguson.
That's where his skill set comes into play. He's so skillful with his Yorkers, and then that change of slow delivery, because as a batter you're expecting a Yorker, you're expecting a full pace delivery, and then when he takes that pace off, suddenly it's hard to time. Look at and there's a big drop in terms of speed as well.
What are you bowling next, Abhishek?
I think he's going to go with Yorkers again.
Ferguson to Ferreira going around the wicket. This time it's a shorter ball, pace on, pull to deep mid-wicket, just the 1 run. There has been 2 runs from the first 4 balls of this 17th over.
Yeah, he's mixing it up nicely, and he's got the field for it as well. There's a deep mid-wicket, deep square leg, long on, so he had the option of bowling Yorkers and the slower deliveries as well into the surface. Can he get out of this over without giving a boundary? He's got a couple of deliveries left. He's only gone for 2 runs of his first 4 balls. And this puts immense pressure on Rajasthan Royals, but now with the left-hand right-hand combination, that way Shubham might be able to take him on with that angle.
What now does Ferguson bowl to the left-handed batter?
I think Yorker. I think you've got to go Yorker. Don't go length against Shubham, because he's eyeing that cow corner, and with that angle, if he comes round the stumps, it's a much easier hit.
Ferguson then to the left-handed Shubham. He's going around the wicket. He does go Yorker, and Shubham managed to flick that into the leg side, and he gets 4 runs for it. The fielder, a deep backward square leg, running round to his left, can't stop it. Again, that felt like a good ball. And it's like Shubham always just put his bat on the ground, and the ball runs away to the leg side, and he gets 4.
I'm just a bit surprised for how wide the square leg fielder was. When you know he's going to bowl a Yorker, what are the odds the ball is going to go square? It's always going to go very fine if he managed to get bat on it. So I would obviously keep the square leg fielder a lot closer to the fine leg, a lot finer. I'm sure that that field has been changed now.
Still just 6 runs, last ball of the 17th over. And yeah, slower ball from Ferguson into Shubham, who flicks that into the leg side. It's Arshdeep Singh, the fielder. They're comfortable to come back for 2 runs. So that is 8 runs from that over. And you'd have to say that is exceptional from Lockie Ferguson. 188 for 4 from 17. 18 balls left, 35 runs needed. And again, that required run rate still was hovering around 11.5 runs and over.
Yeah, the issue is that Arshdeep Singh will have to bowl an over. Marco Jansen will have to bowl an over, who both have been very expensive. And Arshdeep Singh especially has gone for 51 of his 3 at 17. But that can all change because he's got the ability to bowl 6 Yorkers in an over. Can he deliver? That's the big question. Can Jansen bowl a good over?
We have a pulsating finish on talkSPORT 2 and on the talkSPORT Cricket YouTube channel. 18 balls remaining. The Rajasthan Royals need 35 runs. Donovan Ferreira has 20 from 16. Shubham Dubey has 23 from 8. Who takes the 18th over? It's going to be Arshdeep Singh who takes this final over. The live sport, by the way, doesn't stop on talkSPORT 2 because talkSPORT 2 this evening has commentary of PSG against Bayern Munich in the Champions League semi-final first leg. What an afternoon, IPL and Champions League football. 35 from 18, Arshdeep to Donovan Ferreira. Slower, outside of the off stump, smack back down the ground. Has it gone all the way? Oh, you bet it's gone all the way. 6 for Ferreira, 29 needed from 17.
It's a horrible delivery to bowl first up. Length, pace on, in the slot. Couldn't bowl a better ball for the batter to hit a 6. It was there for the taking, and Donovan Ferreira hit it miles away. And now suddenly Rajasthan Royals, there's such a strong position, in such a strong position.
Ferreira's 26 from 17, 29 runs needed from 17 balls. Donovan Ferreira is playing a beauty of an innings here. He's 26 from 17. Where does Arshdeep Singh go next? He's got a deep point, a long off, a long on, a deep mid-wicket, and a deep backwards square leg. He went wide outside of the off-stump first ball, smacked back down the ground for 6. Where does he go next? To Donovan Ferreira. He's going around the wicket. He tried to go for the Yorker. Full toss. Smack back down the ground for 4 runs. 6-4. He went for the Yorker. Gets this slightly wrong and is punished.
He just cannot execute his plans. He's gone for 61 of his 20 deliveries so far. Yeah, he just can't execute his plans at all. Yeah, you as a bowler, you have days like that. But at this level, you're expected to execute it every single time. He'll be very disappointed with his spell so far.
He might just get away with it, but Jofra Archer holds the record for most expensive bowling figures in IPL history. None for 76 from 4. He might not get a 76, but he might not be far away. Remarkably, Arshdeep Singh 1 for 61 from 3.2. In he comes to Ferreira. That's much better. Wide Yorker, play back to the bowler. There will be no run.
This game could still change in any way, because you know, a wicket here and there, suddenly 22 needed of the last 2 overs. Somebody comes in, bowls an over where they only go for 6 or 7, 13 required of the last over, and we have seen crazy things happen.
Over?
Yeah, I'm not keen for super over. We've seen a few this season.
25 from 15 needed. Rajasthan Royals 198 for 4. Again, we've got a deep point, a long off, a long on, a deep mid-wicket, a deep backward square leg. Arshdeep Singh going around the wicket to Donovan Ferreira. Really good Yorker, almost sort of flicked into the leg side to deep mid-wicket. That should just be a single, will be a single. It brings Shubham back on strike. 24 from 14 needed.
The Rajasthan Royals just need a couple of boundaries. If they can get 2 boundaries in the next 6 deliveries, they pretty much seal the game. Then, but from Punjab's point of view, they're desperate for somebody to get a wicket, bring a new batter in, put that pressure on Jadeja, who most likely is going to walk out.
And is Jadeja not the biggest kind of power hitting lower order finisher?
He's not a great start. He takes a bit of time to start well.
Arshdeep to Shubham, slower, wider. I think that's absolutely fine. Shouldn't be a wide ball, should it, or a no ball? That is nicely bowled. Shorter, slower, wide, goes through to the keeper. It's a dot.
Outstanding. After getting hit for a 4 and a 6 in his first 2 deliveries, he's come back very strongly. Just gone for 1 run in the next 3 deliveries. So a strong comeback. Can he finish well? Can he just get out of this over by giving another single? That lets other bowlers have 23 in the last 2.
24 from 13. Arshdeep to Shubham. Slower, wide, pulled into the leg side. It goes for 6. Shubham moving across his stumps. Picked the slower ball, pulls it into the leg side. He gets the max 18 needed from the last 2 overs.
Punjab had to lose 1 game in the tournament. They cannot just keep on winning all the way to the final. So, I mean, that just brings you back to some reality. It was a knuckle delivery, but look at that for a shot. Moving so well in the crease, Shubham. Predicting a short delivery, getting deep into the crease, and then that power comes into the play. Over square leg. Big 6. Hand on head for Shreyas Iyer.
This partnership been together for 24 balls, 54 runs from 24 balls. The run rate since these 2 have been together is 13.5 runs and over. Donovan Ferreira is 31 from 20. Shubham Dubey's got 29 from 10. The Rajasthan Royals need 18 from 12 balls. Do they go to Ferguson for the penultimate or Jansen for the penultimate? I think you bowl your better bowler here.
Oh, you got
and
to.
I think you go. No, I think that's Ferguson here.
You got to get Ferguson on. If he can do something special, get a wicket or 2.
It is Ferguson to Ferreira. Full. Oh, he gets 4 runs for it. Mid-off was inside the circle. He goes around the wicket, went for the wide Yorker. Ferreira drives and beats mid-off. He gets 4 runs. What a run chase this is.
This is outstanding. He absolutely thumps it past the mid-off fielder. That was hit with some power. I mean, he did well. Tried to get close to that ball. He was a bit too wide as well. Should have been a bit straighter. Shreyas Iyer, the skipper there.
Didn't seem to move his feet. He just sort of threw himself at it. And he could have caught it, not just stopped the boundary. He nearly caught it.
There would have been some catch.
Yeah, it would have been. But he's some fielder, isn't he? The one he took earlier in the tournament. On the boundary, 14 from 11. I mean, from this point on here, you'd be absolutely gobsmacked if Rajasthan don't get over the line. Ferreira in over 17 to 20 strikes at above 200. Ferguson going around the wicket. Slower, shot, pulled over deep mid-wicket for a 6. Donovan Ferreira, you absolute little beauty. Surely taking the Rajasthan Royals home and handing Punjab Kings their first defeat in the over. Shorter, slower, pull 6. That's game over, isn't it?
Pretty much. Magnificent. Just magnificent from Donovan Ferreira. He came out with purpose. He hit the ball sweetly from ball 1. 105 meter, one of the biggest 6s you'll see in this tournament. And Shubham on the other side, just acknowledging that shot. And you can't do a lot when a batter hits the ball that long.
8 runs needed from 10. Donovan Ferreira facing Lockie Ferguson. And again, a slower ball, wider ball outside of the off stump. Donovan Ferreira tries to flay that through the offside. Beats him on the outside edge, goes through to the keeper, no run.
Yeah, a few disappointed faces in the Punjab dugout, in the crowd. They're playing at home. Yeah, Donovan Ferreira.
I think you wanted to review it, but I think Shubham's just thinking, mate, you're gonna hit a 6 in a second anyway, and you've lost the game. We don't need the extra run here, pal. You're all good. Maybe not the fair play award.
Yeah, I could never figure that out. Never.
Ferguson around the wicket to Ferreira. Oh, that locks in. A shorter ball, tries to bull it, top edge, beat shot fine, goes over the keeper, 4 runs, and they need now just 4 runs to win.
She's always a good plan to try and finish it in the 19th over. What you don't want to do, you get yourself in the 20th over. With 6 or 7 required, there is pressure, even though it's 6 runs. You lose a wicket in the first ball, and then suddenly things start happening. There is a panic button being pressed. But at the moment, it looks like they're going to win in a canter here with an over to spare. And maybe a bit more than that.
What's all the fuss about, eh?
It's an easy game.
Ferguson into Donovan Ferreira, shorter ball again outside of the off stump, pull to deep mid wicket. It will just be a single. It brings Shubham back on strike. 3 runs needed from 7 balls.
Yeah, they've done it in style, haven't they? But also there was a lot of question mark on their middle order. Can they perform? Can they chase under pressure?
Yeah, good point.
Or they can, because that'll give them so much confidence going for the next games, because their middle order has also performed. The top order is in great shape. The bowling's working out pretty well. Your Jofra Archers and Nonderberger, they are bowling really, really well. So really pushing for the top 4 slot here.
Final ball of the penultimate over. I mentioned the stat 4, 5, 6 and 7 struggling for runs, but today 4 gets 29, Ferreira's got 45, Dubé 29, 3 from 7, Ferguson into Shubham, and Shubham's happy to almost just open the face of his bat to a fuller ball outside of the off stump into the offside. They will take the single. Shubham keeps strike. 2 runs needed from 6 balls. Abhishek, they got off to a quick start. They slowed down after the power play, kept wickets in hand. Would you have to say this chase has been played to perfection?
Yeah, you have to say that, because they were under a bit of pressure when the required rate gone just over 12. You felt that Punjab might just pull things off because of the reason that the middle order hasn't really performed up to their standard. They haven't really been consistent. They hadn't really been challenged so far either, because the top order has scored most of their runs and they looked in unbelievable form. But yeah, a game like this, when you win a game like this where you're chasing 220 odd and you manage to chase it, because remember they got 220 odd in the previous game and they lost, so they needed this win desperately, Rajasthan Royals, to again find that momentum back into the tournament.
2 runs needed from 6 balls. Shubham is on strike. Jansen takes the final over. Our Punjab moments away, possibly a ball away from their first defeat of IPL 2026. Marco Jansen is going over the wicket to Shubham. Short, wide, slapped into the offside. It's going to fall just short of the fielder Arshdeep Singh. They'll take the single, and that brings Donovan Ferreira back on strike.
I'm just a bit surprised that Arshdeep Singh didn't put in a drive. That was there for the taking. I was very, very surprised that the effort wasn't much better from Arshdeep Singh, and that's exactly what Marco Jansen was saying as well. At least try. If you fail, it's fine, but at least give it an effort.
Happy for Rian Parag because he's captained well in this tournament. 29 from 16. He played nicely. I think he'd be a little disappointed he didn't get more runs. But this could be the final ball of the innings. Donovan Ferreira is 46 from 25. 1 run needed for victory. He's got 5 balls to get there. Marco Jansen is the bowler. Can Donovan Ferreira get the Rajasthan Royals home? Couple of fielders out on the boundary, a deep point, deep fine leg and deep third man. Jansen to Ferreira, full toss, smack back down the ground, and that will be 6 runs, and it brings Donovan Ferreira's 50 up from 26 balls. What a run chase by the Rajasthan Royals. They chased down the target of 223 with 4 balls to spare. Suryavanshi got them off to a flyer, Jaiswal past 50. But this 5th wicket partnership has been an absolute beauty. 77 runs from 32 balls. Donovan Ferreira gets to 50 and the Rajasthan Royals win by 6 wickets.
Oh, that win is going to give them so much confidence going forward into the tournament. And you need a win like this. You lost after scoring over 220 in the previous match. It was never easy to chase. The surface was a bit tricky. We saw that when the spinners were operating. It wasn't easy to just go after them and play those big shots, but they kept their calm, they kept their coolness, and at the end they chased it in style. And again, the middle order performing was much needed for Rajasthan Royals, but again the opener doing the job. Both Suryavanshi and Jaiswal playing a terrific knock, which they have done throughout the competition. But Rajasthan Royals, with that win, gets to 12 points. They match Rajasthan RCB in terms of point, and 3rd on the table.
What a run chase. What a game of cricket. Rajasthan Royals winning by 6 wickets. Suryavanshi with runs at the top, Jaiswal getting 50, and then Donovan Ferreira gets them home. That means the Punjab Kings have suffered their first defeat of IPL 2026. They are still top on 13 points. It's a big win though for the Rajasthan Royals. It takes them up to 12 points. Just a point behind Punjab, level on points with the Royal Challengers Bangalore. Been a cracking game of cricket. Punjab Kings 2 for 4 from 20 overs. Rajasthan get there with 4 balls to spare. Thank you very much for listening. the talkSPORT 2's commentary this afternoon and for watching on talkSPORT's Cricket's YouTube channel. A reminder, we've got the Champions League semi-final first leg live on talkSPORT 2 this evening. If you want more reaction to this IPL game of cricket, make sure you head over to the talkSPORT Cricket YouTube channel. Great game of cricket. Rajasthan Royals win by 6 wickets and with 4 balls remaining.
Live commentary of the IPL.
It's got hold of that, and that's 10 rows back. Sixer. Boom.
On talkSPORT 2.
talkSPORT Podcast League. Outspoken, the best of White and Jordan.
Now available in one unmissable daily podcast.
He's going to be in charge for a considerable period of time.
It's a load of old pony. The final word on the final scores with Jim Mighty White.
I really mean this with sincerity.
And Simon the Saint Jordan.
What on earth have you got?
I think I look like the Saint. I think it's a Simon Temple outlook. I expected to hear the na-na-na-na-na-na.
Outspoken, out now.
Listen or download for free from your favourite podcast portal.
The talkSPORT app. Yeah, it's the talkSPORT app. Swipe left for talkSPORT 2.
And hit a hole-in-one with live PGA Tour golf.
Swipe right for talkSPORT.
With the all-new Superstar Breakfast featuring Alon Brazil, Jeff Stelling, Ali McCoist, and the other guy. Give your phone
the finger.
The talkSPORT app.
What are you waiting for? Download it from your app store now.
talkSPORT 2. Traffic and travel.
Good evening. There are long delays in Bedfordshire on the M1 southbound where the inside lane is closed about a mile after the Bedford exit at the A421 junction 13. A lorry's broken down. Recovery work is en route. On the Hertfordshire stretch of the M25, the anti-clockwise slip road at junction 23. That is the A1M, the South Mims interchange, partly blocked. A lorry shed its load. And problems in West London at Shepherd's Bush. Goldhawk Road is closed near Goldhawk Road Station for accident investigation work. I'm Johnny Ratner.
It's a Tuesday night twofer of live football on talkSPORT and talkSPORT 2 from 7:45. Southampton versus Ipswich in the Championship on talkSPORT with PSG versus Bayern Munich from 8 in the Champions League on talkSPORT 2. It's a top-class Tuesday night of live football on talkSPORT and talkSPORT 2.
Incredible! Incredible Zlatan Ibrahimovic! Ronaldo! That's magnificent! Get it back up! Get it back